What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Washed Up Club podcast with my hosts right here. Brony Boost over in the red corner, and then in the blue corner we have Adam Reed. Almost forgot your name. Adam Reed.
This is Zac Baldy.
Yeah, that's me.
He's right. Himself.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
Episode 10, boys.
We made it.
Double digits.
Double digits.
We did. Sarah's gonna be real pissed right now, isn't she?
That's like my earliest memory is like my whole family being like, "You're gonna be 2 digits," and I still to this day like, so.
Wait, you're talking about age or podcast age?
No, my whole family brings up when I was a little young lad, many years ago at this point, upsetting.
20 years ago. That's a bit sad. Oh, it would have been this time 20 years ago. Your parents were like, oh my God, you're going to be 10 soon.
That's disgusting.
That's
Why
gross.
are we bringing up negative things?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Let's bring up some other negative things. All the cars are gone except the Starlet.
Yeah, no one owns cars anymore.
That's crazy. It's funny. All of us automotive YouTubers, we have a Starlet. We got 2 Starlets.
9 Starlets. You don't know about the other ones.
You and me, Adam, now only own 1 car each. That's really sad. That's really upsetting.
I mean, mine's been sold for a while, but it got picked up last night. It's a bit sad.
This guy all week.
Be careful, we'll get copyright strike down.
So this guy all week is like, no, I'm not going to go sad. I'm not going to go sad. Send us a video yesterday of it going up the driveway. And then he's like, yeah, I'm pretty sad.
That is the typical young lad thing to do. I've sold a few cars, you know.
Yeah.
None of them I've filmed like, bye. But I've been with multiple.
Wait, legit?
Yeah. But I've been
never
with
filmed
multiple.
it
driving away.
No.
What?
I don't give a fuck.
I film every single one of my cars driving away. Like all 50.
Yeah.
That films it every
driving
week.
away.
Every week.
Yeah.
It's been a long.
I've really loved this car for all of 2 days. It sucks.
That car did a lot for me. It started the whole living side of things. It was the first 4-wheel drive I ever owned.
Mm-hmm. I like this. I like
First car I ever properly worked on myself and learnt a lot of things. So there was a lot of things going on with that car.
You nearly rolled. First car you've been stranded in.
Yeah. There's a lot of firsts in that car.
It got you away from a fire, that car, I'm guessing?
Yep, that one.
Took you...
Old reliable, sort of.
Yeah.
Old, get the job done, please.
Cut back to last episode where you were talking about running across a field with no bonnet.
Yeah.
Trying to keep the thing cool.
To be fair, that was my fault.
Yeah.
I have that in my notes for Adam, and it says Adam gets saved by Hillbilly.
I love that.
I was like, how will I remember this story?
And that hillbilly sitting in his shed going, fuck yeah, that was sick. That was a good day. Yeah. I really hope he doesn't hear that now. I feel really bad.
I'm sure he's an avid listener.
Yeah, I can imagine. Actually, it's funny, like avid listeners. My old 33 owner said today, really good job on the podcast. So shout out to Josh, who's still got my 33. Sell me it back, please. And then someone else did today. Oh, another subscriber of mine who also likes my cars and stuff. He said, really good job on the podcast.
When's your subscriber shout out going up? Because Adam's subscriber
when
shout
I
out
upload a video?
I'm going to have to dust off my get my
keyboard out. Exactly right. Well, I still haven't even... Well, before I actually get to the...
Oh, no.
Camera.
It's my camera.
It's Brendan's. We'll be back.
Dirty bitch.
We'll be back.
We're back.
We're back. Where were we?
We're back. Sorry. I was. I actually forgot.
Your WUC shout out.
You did a WUC shout out.
Yeah. RX7 left this week. Same day, funnily enough.
Yeah.
As yours.
Yep. Same day.
Yeah. Mine went away. Yours went away. Same day. However, my viewers haven't been updated on the PWI radiator that went into it, which needs to come up, and then testing that, and then taking it on a nice little drive, and then there's a lot of things I haven't updated on.
That was a while ago.
With Dave Egan, a few cruises. You got a lot of
videos. We did a lot of stuff.
You've got 20 videos backed up, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually going to get my new car before I finish up putting stuff on the channel. You know, that really sad. I didn't film a goodbye video. That's really weird of me.
It's been a long day.
Day?
I think it's time.
It's been a long...
It's been a long time.
It's got to be the sad.
It's day.
It's definitely day.
I really want to Google it, but I can't.
It's definitely day.
It's definitely not time.
Sing it with time.
I'm not singing again. I'm not
Just
having both of you look at me and tell me
it's been a long time.
It doesn't work. Without you, my friend. Well,
Oh God, I want to Google it. We have a no Googling policy for the people that don't know, and it's killing me
Freddie's
right now.
definitely wrong. Definitely wrong.
it's day.
It's definitely day.
Anyway, your
Guaranteed.
cars are
Haven't
gone.
you seen Fast and Furious?
I'm getting them crushed.
Yeah.
Didn't you
yeah,
notice
so
the guy
both,
looked like me with a mustache?
So yeah, both cars are gone.
Does Living 4x4 know you're even selling that car?
Yeah, it was for sale for a little while.
Did you tell
Okay.
the channel?
Don't know. I think when
Yeah,
I
do a
bought the
community
I think when I
post.
bought the Prado, I was like, look, if I can keep the Troopy, I'll keep it, but I don't think I will. Will be able to keep it. So yeah, but it had been sold for like a month. I had the deposit because the guy's from WA.
It's a pretty cool story. I like this.
Yeah, so
Tell us about it.
we'll get into it.
Tell us about it.
He's from Germany. He's over here on a visa. He's working on a farm in WA. So he flew over, and he's currently, as we speak, driving it back still.
Oh no!
Because it's like a 3-day drive.
Did he have a mad accent?
No, he wasn't too bad.
Oh, so I love
You can
that.
paint it ambulance colours and call it the Krankenwagen. I love that word. What? Sorry, that's really weird.
What?
Have you ever heard what ambulance is?
relevance?
What ambulance is in German?
No!
No.
Really? It's Krankenwagen, like Krankenwagen. It's kind of cool. And then the
is
hospital's
like your
called
cock swallowed
hospital
bird
is Krankenhaus. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's like the Krankenhaus.
Sounds like a fun place.
Sounds
I'm
like
going
a-
to Krankenhaus.
I'm
sounds
going
like
to
a
the
club.
Krankenhaus. I'm going in the Krankenwagen.
Oh my god.
Stop.
Continue.
So he's currently driving it back to WA.
Yeah.
He said he has a year left on his visa. So you'd think, why are you buying a car? So he used to have a Troopy. He sold it and he bought my one.
Get scammed.
No, apparently this one was full of rust and it was just destroyed. And it's an older one, so it's leaf
It's
all
crazy
around.
because it's almost the same as yours.
Yeah. I thought you were telling us that the
yeah,
whole side of it was made of
Yeah, I
bottom.
just covered it up with some bit of spray paint.
Yeah, nice.
Fiddly bits, bit of fiddly bits
No,
from Bunnings.
no, it doesn't have rust. So once his visa is up, he's going to be shipping the Troopy overseas to do some tripping around in Asia and in Europe. He's gave me like a brief rundown. He wants to do like the Philippines and Vietnam in it, and then he's gonna like then make his way. I don't know how he's doing it logistically.
Who makes it into a boat? Got little
And then he's going to
floaties.
take it back to Germany because they don't have troop carriers in Germany. So he's going to
It'll be
take
like
this
one of
car
one.
back. Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty
I mean, like there would be some imported ones.
I wonder if that like
It'd be like me with my Prado. Like no one has that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, so that's very interesting. So
That's
I've
cool. You
got
do
him
you
on
feel
Instagram.
Happy? Your car's going on a little round the world adventure.
I like that it's going to do that. That's definitely cool.
Yeah.
It's better than someone getting it and just binning it. So that's, yeah. That
We
happened
don't
to my
know that
first
yet.
car.
I
actually.
think it's like if they're going to use the car, and then it depends how you use the car. You were pretty exhausting on that car, so
Yeah.
I don't think you would have been that cut if they're like, I'm gonna go every track in Australia. You know,
Yeah, if they
I
were just
think you'd
smashing
be-
tracks in and stuff, I'd be like, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
That's what it's built for.
but I think you'd be more cut if they're like, I just wanted something, big, and
Yeah,
they're just
but
gonna
someone
drive
like
it to work or
someone
something.
like that wouldn't own that car.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, imagine buying a full drive and driving it to work every day. Like that would be so dumb.
Yeah, I know,
terrible.
so dumb.
It sucks a lot.
How much fuel is your fuel again?
like $150 a week.
Oh,
Just, like that's just to and from work, so that's not included if I go somewhere.
Do
on the
you
weekend
remember
as
all
well.
the old owners of your cars? Like, do you keep in
I mean,
contact with
I mean, I haven't sold 40 cars.
Yeah,
like you.
yeah.
Fair enough.
This
yeah.
is the second car that I've ever
Yeah,
sold
yeah.
in my life. So
Yeah,
I know
okay.
I sort of knew the guy who bought my first car, and then when he was on a mountain run, it like did a ball joint or something, and he put it into
Is
a
this
barrier.
your Subi?
Yeah,
Oh,
Put into a
you
barrier.
weaken the ball joints, man.
No, I never
from all
touched
your
them.
bush bashing in it.
I never touched them.
Yeah, fair enough.
So then he got that fixed, and I don't know where it is. I haven't seen it for a while because he lives around here, but I don't know if he's probably
really?
sold it.
I think that would I don't really know what happened. Like, because I sold the Supra to someone, and I saw that like I had them on Facebook for a bit. They painted it and twin turboed it and put a lot of time and effort into it, and then it's just no longer on their Facebook. So I'm assuming they got rid of it.
That's a bit sad.
But like I have never seen a car that I've sold because obviously the Ford got crushed. or parted or whatever. And then all my like other little cars are things I've either kept or like just wouldn't have cared even if I could see it. I tell you, if the white Starlet ends up getting sold, I don't care if I see it again.
Well, I'll never see the Troopy again. So
That's
Well, you never know. You never know.
Oh, I highly doubt it.
Oh, picture
I highly
this.
doubt it.
The WUC travels the world. The grouse tour of WUC. We're traveling the world. We're backpacking on Mount Tipatabu.
What?
One viewer's going to get that. One listener. And then we see your old rig.
If I saw
would
that
be-
car when I'm overseas, I would be
Stoked. That's
flabbergasted.
so cool.
Flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted. That's a huge word.
He
that Freddie
doesn't-
can't say.
he
He tried to
doesn't.
Go on,
say
say
it.
it, say it.
Flabbergasted? Is
Yeah.
it flabbergasted or
I don't know.
gusted?
I was like halfway through. I was
Flabbergasted.
like, which
Yeah.
way it is? Anyway.
Adam doesn't pull that word out lightly.
You
Guys.
should see Adam's house. He's definitely flabbergasted. God damn. He's a bit posh over here.
Says you, I just sold a really expensive car again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really care about that. It's all right.
Zach sold 600 cars.
I
Yeah.
know.
So I remember I had all my old cars. So my first car being a BAXT, I sold that. That ended up going
Wait,
to
XT?
a BAXT.
What's an XT?
So it was the base model.
Extreme.
Yeah.
The extreme.
off the adventurer off-roader.
Well, what does T stand for?
Turbo.
Extreme Turbo,
Titties.
but it was an NA Falcon.
It's definitely not turbo.
The Extreme Turbo. So I bought that car for $1,000, sold it for $3,000 to a family.
You ripped off your family?
No, not my family, just another family that was.
Oh,
It's all right, it's fine.
I'll have you know, you've sold most of your cars to a family.
Yeah. Well, these guys just bought a house, and they needed the car to get around, so I ripped them off. Gave them. They were really struggling, needed the car ASAP. I sold my car for $2,500 more than I paid for it. That car ended up getting stuck on the side of a road, apparently 6 months later, and ended up just getting taken away by council. Was
Nice.
abandoned somewhere, which sucks.
Yeah.
Then my car after that, my first Breeze and AFG, I ended up selling that to a guy who then complained the next day.
What cars? Wait, what car is what?
Breeze?
Breeze?
For Breeze.
My, you know the color of my Falcon that I had?
Yeah.
I had
yeah,
an
yeah.
NA Falcon before that in the same color.
You're going to
Yeah.
have to explain
Yeah.
to you
So
made
could
up
you?
words of
Yeah.
colour.
Could you just call it a Falcon?
My blue Falcon.
My blue Falcon, Breeze. Everyone knows Breeze. Breeze,
know-
Breeze
No,
is the
they
color.
don't.
Breeze is the color. Okay,
you know?
guys don't.
Breeze is the wind.
He used to watch my Falcon content.
Yeah,
he
and
should
doesn't
know.
even know. Your biggest fans right here, not knowing.
Well, my first Falcon, well, second Falcon, ended up going to a guy who the next day came back and tried to complain about it was misfiring and
Scammer.
yeah. I don't know. It was a little bit weird. And then he took it to a mechanic, and the mechanic knew my videos and came back to me and said, "Hey, dude, this guy's just brought in this car. It's fucked. The power steering pump is incredibly noisy. It's misfiring like mental." And he said, and I said, "Okay, well, what are the back tires looking like?" And he's like, "Both of them are completely bald." I'm like, "Right, cool, excellent." So I didn't give him any of his cash back because he'd just been out, got my car and done skids in it, fucked the car completely, and then tried to get his money back from me.
Well, that's not on you anyway.
Exactly right.
100%.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
not even if he didn't
once
do
it-
that.
a driveway
you're not
warranty.
You're not
Yeah.
a dealership.
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly
have
right.
warranty.
Yeah. So
let
anyway.
me just get you a warranty out.
It's, for the audio listeners, because Freddie's very visual. He pulled his middle
Pulled his
finger
middle
out of his
finger
pocket.
I wanted to say dick so bad.
Yeah, so driveway warranty, didn't get anything back, but I saw that car on car sales with a big like graffiti low cash sticker across the back of the window. It was pretty dodgy.
Nice.
Yeah, it was gross. So that car ended up going to some bogan. The car, the XR6 Turbo, ended up going to Wollongong to a friend of mine.
The gong's really nice.
Yeah. He's in the Defence Force. Pretty cool. He bought that car, blew up the turbo in 3 months' time, and is only just getting it fixed now. So it's been in storage for 2
Sold it
years.
to his twin.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, which is crazy.
That's funny that every car you sell just breaks.
No. The first. Oh yeah, that's weird. Well, this is where it gets good. All right, this is where it gets good. So,
no.
the Skyline I had, the 33, I sold that to a guy who is absolutely loving it. He is not skipped a beat whatsoever. He's fixed up a little bit of rust, I will admit.
Didn't you say that's the car that broke down the most?
Yeah, because I did most of the work.
So you broke down the most when you had it. Now he's had it and hasn't missed a beat.
Yep,
Have you-
perfect.
He did most of the work to it. Meanwhile, he tells us all of the cars he works on. Like, all right, keep going.
Yeah, it broke down the most, and I sold it, and the guy loves it now. It's wicked. He tracks it, he drifts it, he does everything he needs to do to it, and it's never skipped a beat. He's never done anything mechanical on that car. It's flawless. The RX7 was given away by Keep It Reet, and the owner of that now bush bashes it. And
Yeah,
Jason thrashed it on the night as well. Well, didn't thrash it. He drove it accordingly.
You did thrash it. No.
Yeah, he thrashed it. And it didn't skip a beat the entire time, apart from the overboosting issue that it had a little bit.
That was. It wasn't overboosting, wasn't it? It wasn't.
like a fuel
It wasn't
cut.
boosting enough.
Yeah.
It was like. Yeah, I don't know what it was doing, but it wasn't as fast as what it should be.
So we turned off the battery, turned it back on, and it's good to go.
Fixed itself.
Yeah, it fixed itself. So then it's now being
Self-healed.
bush bashed by Angus, who won it.
Yeah, so he hasn't got that registered yet, and the only video we've got from him is him doing a skid in the paddock,
which is great.
which is pretty
Yeah.
upsetting.
Enjoying it still.
He's enjoying
He's
it.
loving
I'm
it.
sure it's a nice car to look at.
And it hasn't broken down on him yet, which is cool.
Well, he hasn't driven it anyway.
Yeah.
So
And my RX-7 hasn't broken down yet that I just sold too.
It's because you don't drive it.
Well, no, the one I just sold hasn't broken down on him yet,
Because you don't drive it. You never drove it.
which is mad. So yeah, the last three cars have been sick, and
then
I
you-
built them from the
And what
ground
about
up.
the BRZ? The most reliable car. That's broken.
I fixed
But you
it.
haven't sold it.
I fixed
yet.
it.
yeah, I haven't sold it yet.
Yeah.
But it's all good now.
Is the BRZ going to get sold when the
No.
new car comes?
No,
No?
definitely
What is
not.
so when we bleh, English? we can't obviously disclose what car it is, but you have pretty much bought
Pretty
a
much
new
bought
car.
one.
So this might give it away a little bit of what type of car it's going to be. But the BRZ, what's your plans with that?
Yeah, plans for the BRZ was to take it back to daily duties and break another car on track instead. So that way I can drive to work, because I just have driven Sarah's car to work for the last 2 weeks after my last track experience. And then, yeah, this new car is my new turbo four-door,
Ooh,
which is quite...
Ooh, hints in the chat.
hints.
It's
Yeah.
a barrel wags.
Well, that's the funniest thing is I keep teasing. I keep making these videos that I'm never going to upload.
Yeah.
That's I'm getting another four-door turbo sedan.
You're getting a new car. Meanwhile, the YouTube's channel is finding out that, he got an BRZ. Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's just about to
crazy.
click upload of the. I bought a BRZ.
Yeah. It's the most
Probably.
reliable, problem-free.
Yeah, pretty much.
Meanwhile, anyone listening to the podcast that's a viewer of yours has like the cheat codes to the timeline.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I said it in the last couple of episodes when I'm buying, so I won't say it now because
Until it's locked in, I want it, you know?
Yeah, it's
It
not,
keeps
it's
being
not
switched up.
100% locked in.
Like,
so.
Maggie's still umming and ahhing about selling you the Subaru. Like, you know,
Ooh.
like we'd love to see you break
Yeah.
that. I've given it a good shot.
Yeah. I mean, like, what? So Adam's Troopy has gone yesterday.
Mm.
Do you have any plans to get another car
No.
to replace it?
No.
Oi,
Right.
I heard you're a big fan of my Starlet.
We're
I
all
like,
big fans
I like
of
the
the
fuel
Starlet. We
economy
love
of
it.
the Starlet.
Yeah.
35 litres
And the
per
power?
500 Ks.
Did you like the
power?
power?
Is crazy,
on
yeah.
the
In the
Macca's
wet?
run?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It doesn't have power on the dry.
I love it how it doesn't spin second in the wet because you were driving so tame.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Yeah.
No one, you could literally, my car was blazing second gear. No one's going to believe it.
No, but
It's not a believable
No,
it even
sorry,
spanned
no.
for a second in third as well.
What? Oh, for a second
Yeah,
in
for
third,
a
yeah.
second.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, until it hooked up and really
Yeah.
put down all
And-
16 kilowatts.
Yeah.
Is that really how much they made?
No clue.
I
No,
was gonna
it's
say.
not a lot.
No.
I
definitely
give the butt dyno gives it a solid 42 kilowatts. What do you guys think?
not. I don't know. It's definitely under 100, like horsepower. Sorry.
Dude, if it was near 100, I think it'd be like a rocket ship.
Bro, the 8.6s and BRZs are 100.
100
At the wheels.
kilowatts.
Yeah, at the wheels.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really sad to think
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Well, I do remember that time we both left from those traffic lights, and you basically gunned it.
Yeah.
I didn't get that much further than you, so yeah.
And
no.
I didn't even know you were zooming. I was like, Zach looks like he's zooming something.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I tried, but
I
yeah.
got the weight advantage on you, mate.
Yeah.
Wonder how heavy the Starlet is, actually.
I don't know.
Surely it's just over
Let's
1,000
get
kilo.
guesses in. I think the Starlet is 1,062 kilos, and it's got
See,
42
I think
kilowatts.
that's a lot. I reckon it's like 980.
And we will have to fact check
I'm
this
going to the
in
price.
the next episode.
I'm going to the price is right. I'm going to go 1,069.
But that's higher.
Yeah, I know. It's a little bit higher than your guess.
I think you're doing it wrong.
No, it's not.
I think you meant to go like a bit lower.
A bit lower.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, but then what if
Ah,
it's...
you
but then-
locked it in. It's too
Yeah,
low.
1,069. We'll figure this out after the podcast.
So you're not
I
going
really
to
wanna Google
Starlet.
it. No. I've always liked the idea of having a daily, but I just can't seem to like make
Pull
it
the trigger.
feasible with the funds and stuff. Because like you go, yeah, I'll save so much money in fuel and everything, but then it's like I got to maintain the car. I
You
got
have
to
rego.
buy the car. I got to pay for a rego. So like I would get a daily and put the Prado on club reg, but then like you can only drive it for 90 days, and you got to freaking ride in the thing all the time. And like there's a whole another ball game. It's sort of like you need a daily for a few years for it to pay off.
Did I tell you guys when I got the Sylvia on the club permit, which is not club reg? They get very upset about that.
No.
I told you guys. Sorry, I told you guys about that. I was like, yeah, so the club reg, it's 90. Like I was asking.
He sounds like a club permit enthusiast.
No, no, yeah, no.
It's like the BRZ in 86 thing. It's like,
don't-
don't you dare say it's
Yeah, no, the guy, like
What's the
Vic, the
difference?
guy
I
at
don't- I
Vic
don't even-
Roads was like
permit.
so upset whenever I called it reg.
What's
I'm
the
like,
difference? I don't understand.
it is a permit to drive your car 90 days. It is not a registration of your vehicle.
But don't you have to put club plates on
No
it?
fucking clue. No clue
Make
at
sure
all.
that
But
the
if you have to
permit
put
plate on the
if you have
front
to
of
put
your car.
club plates on it, is that not club rego?
I don't know. I kept calling it reg, and he's like, permit. And I'm like, yeah, so if I drive it at 12:01, does that count as the new day on the club reg? And he's, permit. Like, I was full setting him off. But yeah.
It's not hard to upset people at Vic Roads.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I walk in there pre-upset already. It's fascinating.
There's a new building in Ringwood. I walked in there and they've got like plants on the walls and stuff, and like, it's all like
Whoa.
modern and everything. I'm like, you're not fucking fooling anyone. This still sucks.
Some angry lady like comes out of the plants. Zero. Why do the numbers go so high? I have never got a number that's 3 digits, yet they're like,
Yeah.
can the number 0, 0, 0, 0, 1.
Approach.
Why are you so many zeros?
It takes so long. It's like approach counter 16. Oh, hurry up.
They said it's like approach counter 6. You start walking to 6.
Teen.
And that's teen. Dogs. Yeah. So I have no clue where I was going.
Talk about
I like this.
permit and rego, like club,
Permit,
club permits.
Oh yeah, the guy at Vic Roads is like, some people don't fill this in properly, and I'm like, are you trying to hint
Oh, so
for
you
me
just
to
got to
do
dig
it?
head. You just got to dig head.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm like,
Someone who like they've taken their Vic Roads and gone, I have power, and they're power tripping on it. So
Yeah.
I can tell you what to do.
Yeah.
100%, and
Yeah.
like it was weird because like I felt that. But then
Yeah.
I'm also like, is he telling me to not use it properly because there's a new system coming where you have to use it? But he's like, in the future, you'll be logging it on your phone. And I'm like, I'm going to do it legitimately. I don't drive the car that much. like, I don't need to do anything dodgy. And he's like, people. And I'm like, all right.
Is he expecting you to do something dodgy?
Run out.
Is he expecting you to do something dodgy
Well, that's-
straight out the gate?
He's like looking at me like, some people. Like, I don't know. It was
Looking at you, 16-year-old kid, ready to go.
What do you mean? It was last week.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I mean. He's looking at you. He's going, oh, this young teenager. He's like going to go fill it out
wish I looked
incorrectly.
young. I swear some days I wake up, I'm like, fuck, I look old. And then other days, like, if I clean shave, I look like you. I go full baby face. Takes like 10 years off me, which is still 20. Anyway.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
I have another issue with putting the Prado on club permit, as they would say.
I thought it would be that you drive it more than 90 days, honestly.
Well, currently, yeah. But then, like, there's not that it's planned or anything, but there's always the potential that I could go for like a 6-month trip. So then what then? Like, how do you
Yeah.
get it back on normal
So
reg?
6 months trip, you just don't drive it every day. You just
or
not
you
happening.
go outside of Victoria and you just stop filling in your logbook.
Yeah, I'm confused.
I don't see an issue
how
with
Don't you
does
have
that.
to
that
put your
work?
Ks in though?
No.
Yeah, you don't.
Bro, it is the dumbest.
It's
Oh.
3,000 Ks in 2 weeks.
Date,
That's crazy.
use,
I
your
thought you had to put your
name
Ks
of
in.
driver, signature. That is it.
Really?
Perfect.
I don't even know what to write in the purpose of use. One was like cruising, and then I came home at like 2
What?
a.m. and I'm like returning home from cruising.
Driving
Just
car.
I just
Yeah.
put drive in every single one of them.
Pretty much, yeah. I was like, what
so
am I meant to
weird.
put here?
For those that don't know, if you get pulled over and you haven't signed that little book, you
It's
get
a
fined.
fine.
It's a big fine too, isn't
Yeah,
it? Like it's driving an
1,000.
unregistered vehicle, same
Crazy.
sort of fine, like
Crazy. 'Cause
700
you
and
didn't
something.
write
Because
it.
it's
you
a
didn't write it on
permit.
a piece of paper.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
literally like, and honestly, I'm so worried that I fill it in legitimately. The other day, I started driving my car to get it washed at the lights. I'm like filling it in because I'm like, oh heck, I forgot. And yeah, like I'm worried the amount of times I'm filling that thing on my leg in the car. It just looks like I'm rushing it on purpose. I purposely use a pen that isn't those pens that can rub out.
It's like it's not like, oh quick, the cops are coming. Quick.
Yeah, all of them look like that. It just looks like I've panic ridden all of them. That and comboed with my terrible handwriting. Never got my pen license.
So a mate of mine, I saw he got pulled over in the Dandenong Ranges the other day. And he was driving an S13 as well. So I said, "Oh, what'd you get done for?"
He's not speaking about me, by the way.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad, yeah. No, he got done at like 12:05, and I saw he updated his story on Instagram like middle of the night. So I said, "Oh shit, what did they get you for?" And he said, "Yeah, so I got pulled over like they were all just chilling at the top of this lookout. Cop came up there and did all the cars and stuff like that. Went through them, defected whatever I needed to do, and then he also went, yeah, I ended up getting an $800 fine because it was 12:05 in the morning, and he hadn't read it in his logbook.
But
So-
was he driving the car at that point?
The car was turned on."
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Wow.
I
was
think
so
I have
dumb.
seen police do this to me already.
They
and
wait.
I've
Those
only
follow
driven the
wait.
car 4 times. I literally have a log of it. It was like coming up to like 12, and like I swear I saw the cops like park up to like wait for me to drive the car, but I had already filled it in. But they didn't pull me over, so maybe I was just paranoid. But I'm like, why are they parked up aimed at me? You know, like it was a common meet spot, and they
Yeah.
usually do the drive through, make sure everyone's being sensible and leave, because it's one of those spots where it doesn't get out of hand. And they just kind of parked across like a few things across, and I'm like, it's filled in.
Yeah,
I promise. You brought up the good point. When you leave Victoria, what the hell happens? Is it still club permit? Like, am I still allowed to do it? I don't even know.
Surely, if you get pulled over and that was weird. Getting snot, you know,
Brady just grabbed Zach's hand.
yeah.
like he does to me all the time.
I'm gonna pull my hands away.
Arms
Yeah.
across.
So what do you do in that circumstance? Like, surely you just drive it and then you just go, I don't know what to do outside of Victoria, and hope the cop plays dumb, and then you just go, oh,
Surely,
sorry,
I think
mate."
we just
surely
Google it.
technically you're meant to do it, but like how does club reg and stuff work? Club
Surely they
permit
can't look it
work
up.
in other states.
Well, I don't even know if
Like,
it has Vic at the top. It might be like an Australian related permit.
Maybe they're
in
all the
general,
same.
Yeah.
For once in Australia's life, the state's laws are the same.
Which would be so
That'd be
awesome.
incredible.
Can we actually mad throwback to, because the permit number plate reminds me of Zach's number plate.
Oh, the
And I just have
maroon.
to re-bring up, indicating at the roundabout, no one can see you if you're coming from that side. No one there is going to see you indicate. The indicator's left. I was behind you today, and I'm like, typical Zach indicating. I'm like,
Yeah.
and then I'm thinking, you drove straight through. This person here that you're worried about, like, is it for this person?
Yeah.
But you've already passed them.
It's no,
Before you
it's for the
indicate.
people that are that are at the next exit that they can come on.
Yeah, fucking next roundabout, maybe. To name a single person that you're indicating out of that roundabout fucking is making aware.
You've
Do you know which way
upset
I'm turning?
Brendan.
You're behind me. You're
You're
like,
not
oh.
turning to me. I'm like, he's going straight.
Yeah, exactly right.
Wait, so it's for me.
Yeah, because obviously you complain too much about me.
It's for me.
Yeah, I just annoy you.
Who cares if you're going straight or turning? You're in front of me. I'm not just gonna he's
It's definitely
turning.
working, isn't it?
Yeah, this started before we started a podcast.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this is like 12
10
weeks ago.
episodes old.
I'm just saying that Victorians don't know what a red light is down here because I see so many
It's
people
more of a
drive.
suggestion.
It is more of a suggestion down here.
Well, if there's no red, if there's no camera.
Okay, so yeah, this is Victorian road laws in a nutshell, right? So they don't know how to go around roundabouts. Roundabouts confuse every single Victorian known to man.
No, see, you're talking about a select group of shit cunts.
Yeah, people
who
that don't
know
use
how to
indicators
drive.
when they go through roundabouts. They go
just
so much easier when everyone indicates.
It's just pointless.
I don't. No, you tell me what the indicator you're indicating for, apart from the person behind you.
Okay, so in Queensland, our roundabouts are fairly large, right?
Yep.
So when you're going through a roundabout or when you indicate to exit a roundabout, that usually gives an indication to the people on the next exit or the next entry
They're
that
on
they
the
can
other
go.
side of you. They can't see your fucking light, you silly
Believe it or
cunt.
not, we can. We can see it.
Queenslanders can see through cars. That's what it is.
Sorry, we're lizard people up there.
I can see the reflection off the pole to the left of him. He's clearly indicating
No,
out.
we just use our brains up there when it comes to roundabouts.
'Cause
So, yeah,
The thing that upset me, obviously, as you can tell, is I saw you do it today, and I'm like, I get it. Like, he's indicating so that person's aware that he's not going to come around in front of them. And then I'm like, wait, he just indicated left. All the lights on the left side of his car went off. How the fuck's that person meant to see that?
Yeah, so it's also like in a little roundabout, when I'm coming up to a roundabout and I'm in the left lane and I indicate left, it means that I'm going left at that roundabout, which means that this person that's on the side of that
I don't
roundabout.
think you should do it for little ones.
What do you mean?
It's for little ones if you're not
If this
indicating
was
and
a
you're
big
going
one, I
straight.
completely get it. But you get one flash of your fucking light, and you're already out of the roundabout anyway. So that's I think my biggest problem is like I can't see how you're doing it makes any difference.
Yeah.
If it was a bigger roundabout with like multiple exits,
Yeah.
I can fully get behind it.
Yeah, okay, rightio. So when you go to Queensland,
I just put my
especially,
finger up at people.
you'll notice that the roundabouts just flow so much better up there, and it's because everyone just indicates up there, and it's perfect. It's harmonious.
There's going to be a day
It's like-
that this happens.
It's like a musical. Just everything just flows together,
Yeah,
and it's
you-
just
you'd
beautiful.
fucking know.
Well, everyone listens to classical music up there, and everything
yeah.
just flows
Everyone's
perfectly to the
boring.
rhythm.
Yeah, just speak with penis in their mouth.
I'm not going to do it again.
Sorry, guys, I tried.
So yeah, no one knows how to use a
Maggie
roundabout
was a
down
big
here.
fan of that, by the way.
What was that?
How
Big fan?
quickly you went to penis in mouth voice.
I was about to say I've had a lot of practice, but I'm not going to say that. Not going to say that, but I just did. Yeah, no one knows how to use roundabouts down here. No one knows how to indicate. No one knows how to keep left unless overtaking whatsoever on the
agree with
highways. You all agree with that?
Yep.
No worries at all. Speed limits are a suggestion to either go 10 under or 10 above.
There's
I think
no
we can
actually going it.
There's no actually
Yeah.
going the proper
I
speed,
agree.
which is a fair enough call.
No, I hate it.
What's the other one? There's a few other ones.
It's interesting. What things
Yeah.
has Zach discovered upon his journey here? I like it.
Yeah, Victorians are very scary on the roads. Everyone goes very quick. Everyone jumps in very quickly to other things. It's either you all go very fast or very slow.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
either they haven't had enough sleep or they've had bulk caffeine in the
Yeah.
mornings, and everyone drives accordingly. So yeah, that's fair enough. And no one indicates whatsoever. So
I like that.
Sarah's lost her indicating. She's just
Oh no!
Yeah.
no.
She's Victorian.
Yeah, I
Is
know.
that
She
what-
literally
Well,
the
wasn't
week
this-
she got her Victorian plate, she's like, I've stopped indicating out of roundabouts now. It's so much easier. I'm like, I hate you.
I knew I
don't
could
like
always
this.
support her. We're replacing
Wasn't
Zach
she
with
born
her.
in Victoria?
No, she was born in Tassie.
Oh, Tassie. Oh, yeah,
So I
that's
can
it.
understand
What
the
a
losing
Tassie's
brain cells over time. Joining or indicating.
You're lucky she doesn't listen to this podcast.
I have a lot of positive things to say about Sarah. It's all good. Yeah. So yeah, I guess so.
I think a lot of it comes down to just the way that the freaking roads are designed here.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest
I think the
thing.
more erratic driving is just the potholes down here. To be honest, it's pretty dodgy.
The roads are
isn't it?
shocking.
Yeah. How's your
Although
road?
they just decide to randomly redo my road,
Yeah.
which there's nothing wrong with
There's
my
nothing
road.
wrong with
Felt
Adam's
like I
road
was doing a
whatsoever.
motor car.
And we drove it this morning. It's like gravel almost. It's
They
like, oh
put-
yeah, that's pretty good. It's all good to
Yeah,
go.
I'd
No
not-
worries at all.
Adam's fancy area. They're
Not
like,
really.
someone looked like they scratched the road. Let's get it redone.
Legit.
Meanwhile, I'm driving away.
I don't know why
Have
they
to drive to the Grand Canyon to work. Adam's like, oh, there's a stone missing. Let's redo the entire thing.
You see that the lines are fading from too much nice surface. So, you want to be able to travel for 6 months in your rig.
Well, yeah, you never know.
Why?
Wait, how do you go from a club permit back to normal reg?
Surely it's just.
I'm pretty sure you have to crush the car.
Pretty sure.
No clue.
Pretty sure you just go into Vic Roads and you just go, hey, I want to take it off club permit.
Well, it's not actually registered, so I'm
I
pretty
want
sure
I
you
want to
just
deregister
I'm
my club permit.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you just register it. Do you not?
Imagine your
I
guy
guess
behind
so.
the counter. I want to deregister my club permit. He's fuming. He's like,
I'm pretty sure unless I like contact them prior, I have to go into Vic Roads every year to get a new little booklet.
really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Worth
Or I have to like get like request like, hey, I want another year worth of permit.
Yeah,
So
okay.
weird. They make you if at the end of this year they're like, surprise, you got to provide a roadworthy with it. Not doing it.
Surely not though. Like, isn't that part of like the club permit
Well, yeah,
stuff
the whole
that
point
the
is yeah.
car can be modified and to an extent? Or
No, that's mod plate.
So
That's
you can
mod
actually
plate.
get a mod plate down here, which is an M plate. Hard to get. You have to
Yeah.
actually go get the car engineered,
like, that's
and
fully
then you can get
engineered
an
and
M
stuff.
plate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, that's when police pull up with you,
Is it-
beside you, and they sort of see a list of mods that your cars have.
Is it heritage plates that is the exception?
Well, that is my club plate is a heritage plate.
Yeah,
I thought
I
that was a
think
little
there
H on
is
it.
less roadworthy rules, isn't there?
Yeah, because it was designed around cars that probably had like a little sign you did to indicate, you know. But nowadays it's coming up to Mark
Yeah.
IV Supras with like 700 kilowatts.
Did you see that they tried to up it to 35 years old instead of 25 years old?
Realistically, it should have a scale.
Yeah, look legit.
There's
Because
like-
AU Falcons can now
Yeah,
be
yeah.
heritage listed, which I love.
Like it's so bizarre seeing like 33 R33s on it. It's like just it trips me out.
They've aged so well, haven't they? A lot of these 90s Jap cars. I think they've aged well.
I think you hold on to cars. I've noticed in our work experience, you really hold on to the era of our cars, and I think it's just moving on. I think
Yeah.
kids are growing up into 86s.
Gross.
And they don't look back. And the reason I think kids nowadays growing up look back at like 180s and stuff are people like Adam and Zac, are people like you, you know, keeping a bit of life in our previous culture.
Do you also think that they're moving out of it because kids can't afford the cars that we have nowadays? Because we've kind of destroyed all the cheap ones and now they're all expensive.
I think we're at a fine period. I think
Yeah.
we had a period where it was at a low because, like, you got to remember the people that got the cars before us ended up paying $40,000 for a Skyline.
Exactly right.
Then it dropped off in price. That
Then we
perfectly
bought
lined
them.
up with us.
Yeah.
When drifting was at its peak, when I feel like things were more popping, and now it's going the other way. That the cars are becoming a rarity.
And I think just the cost of living really is so expensive now that it's like, do you buy for your first car a Silvia that is probably going to break, not good on fuel and stuff, or do
Yeah.
you buy a more sensible car and actually be able to afford to live?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Is
Sylvia.
I
yeah.
don't know what.
Yeah, no, I'm with that.
yeah, like if I was on apprentice wages of like $10 an hour or whatever they are, which is ridiculous by the way, it's
Yeah.
insane. Like imagine if I was driving my car to and from work on apprentice wages, I would have $0 left.
Yeah, because
I tell you
Yeah,
guys,
ridiculous.
I slid into the apprentice wages like a champion. It used to be 21, made you an adult apprentice, so you got better pay. I started my apprenticeship at 21, I think, on a dot or something, and they changed that to 25,
Yeah.
like a month later.
oof, nice
So
work.
I fell in under all the adults for the whole time. And it's really funny because like I think my boss mentioned it to me, or maybe when I was at TAFE, they mentioned it to me. And they're like, oh, you're lucky to be getting, on the adult apprentice thing. And that's how I found out about it. And I'm like, I couldn't live off the other thing. So
Yeah.
I'm not lucky because I would, I'd just have a different job. Like that's the way it
Either way, they're
crumbles.
still extorting you for
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
both.
$20 an hour, if that.
Yeah.
No, what would it would have been? What,
That's a
$70
lot.
an hour or
That's
something?
a lot
I
for
don't
an
know.
apprentice, like first year apprentice.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
a lot.
a
Like
young
I remember
apprentice,
when I was going to be a plumber, it was like $16 an hour, and that was with like a little agreement. So that's small. I think it was meant to be 14.
Yeah, I think 14
And
sounds right
then
to me.
I remember when my brother did a landscaping apprenticeship, which I think his first year would have been like 2012 or 2013 or something. $7 an hour.
I got offered.
That's so dodgy.
I think it was like 12 or something an hour. Being a carpenter, it was like I was like about to be a mechanic, and like it seems like whenever I need a job, like offers just pop up. It's like a magic spell, or it's just the fact that you're actually like looking.
You're just looking.
Yeah. And yeah, I got off, and I had to kind of make the decision like, do I want to try, you know, carpentry, which I knew had the potential to go into something more money, or mechanics because I was more passionate about it, but I knew that most mechanics don't make a great wage.
I think mechanic
And now I
would be a
build
good one.
websites.
Yeah. I think a mechanic would be a good one to go into, because speaking about plumbers and electricians and all those tradies that have to travel for work and go to different work sites, I didn't realize when I was getting into the electrical side was you get paid when you get to the site, not when you get to.
Yeah, well, it depends on your work. So some people, you get paid from the yard if you're going to the yard first. But that is a benefit of being a mechanic, I guess, is that you have a building that you're in instead of, you know, being on a job
before I
site.
came to Keep It Reet, you guys will know that I was an electrician.
For 7
Crazy.
minutes.
For about 3 weeks.
You're an electrician while you owned the Ferrari for 1 minute.
I was going to say, as an electrician, you probably owned like 3 cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Bang on.
Yeah,
Sold them all.
I had 2 cars and an apprentice wage, and it was screwed up. And they didn't. Yeah, so I knew that he was like, I knew that he was traveling for work, but I didn't realize how far. So I'm like, yeah, sweet, I'll take the job, no worries at all. It was like $18 an hour. And then I didn't realize he was doing jobs out at places like Sale and Terrelgan and stuff like that. So I had to drive in at like 5 a.m. in the morning.
I swear you were going to work with my mate Monty. I swear.
Probably.
you keep bringing up things that line up the same job, and I'm
No,
like,
so we were specializing in solar. It was pretty
was Monty.
crazy. So yeah, I was waking up at 4:30 in the morning, getting in the car at 5, driving to his place, and then that was a 20-minute drive, and then we would drive an hour and a half to the work site, start getting paid from there. So I've already traveled almost 2 hours to get to this site, and then work for 7 hours, and then drive all the way back home, and then I drive back to my place.
shout out to all the people listening to us on the way to work.
Yeah,
For those
yeah,
people
exactly
that have
right.
that shit drive and, you know, listening to us, we do
think
appreciate it.
The worst day that we did was we got up at really, really early in the morning to get to a place at 6:30. We'd driven almost 3 hours to get to this
Cancel
site.
job, you're about
Cancel job.
I knew you were going to say it.
We got to the roof and we could get like maybe 2 or 3 panels up because it was so awkward and janky.
Honestly, you're making it from the amount of experience you've told me about to these stories. I'm like, all right, Zach did stuff.
I did stuff, yeah.
You showed me your 3 wires in your bag. I just pictured you like going to like.
When these guys are up on the roof, like installing panels, I wasn't just sitting down there with a pair of snippers.
Yeah,
going,
that's
"Ooh."
that's
It's
what I
crazy.
pictured.
Yeah. No, I actually had tools. I did stuff. I took my Ryobi tools to
Took
the
my
work
12
site.
pack of apples to all the job sites. I remember.
100%. Yeah, it was good. It was a good time. I do like it because it was outdoors and doing stuff, and I got to see.
It's
some
good
cool
when the
places.
weather's good and shit when the weather's shit.
Yeah, that's the same with the
It's what all
vents,
the mechanic boys at work do. They're just
Yeah.
like, how do you work in an office? Like, it's just so nice out here. And then it's like
Winter.
40-something degrees or it's 2 degrees. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's so nice in here.
Yeah.
It's like, you know,
The
positives and negatives.
The office, definitely has the it's just a different drain for anyone that's only been a tradie and being on both sides.
I wouldn't say I prefer one over the other.
Yeah,
No, definitely
They
not.
have their
There's
ups and
some
downs,
days I hate being in the office. Some days I've loved being in it.
One thing I really liked about being a mechanic, I didn't have to be so particular on my eating. I had a physical job. My average health was just higher up. I go to gym to maintain that average health because I sit for 16 hours straight.
Legit. You can
worst.
easily clock up 10,000 steps a day being a mechanic.
Yeah, yeah.
At an office job, you go and walk on a treadmill for almost 2 hours, and it's like, oh, I'm almost there. It's crazy.
100%, and you got to work it out somehow. But I'll get us back on topic. Why don't you, with this other car that you buy for good fuel economy and stuff, that be the car you travel with? Is because the Prado is your intended travel car?
Prado's the intended travel car.
Okay, I thought the Prado was more the intended like project, do fun shit with, go
No.
camping weekends.
Well, that's the project, but go away in
for the
car.
time, yeah.
I don't know. I don't necessarily need a daily. or
You
anything.
do.
It's just one of those things like, it'd just be nice.
I'm going to write down every time you fill up And by the end of the year, calculate how many starlets
It's
you could
pretty
have
easy
bought.
to calculate that sort of stuff,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
I mean,
Basic math.
basic math, quick maths.
I mean, you can add it up easily. Like if it's $150 a week, 52 weeks, and that's just normal driving. So
That's
I'm trying
three
to
starlets.
that's already like
6,000?
seven something,
Is it more? Oh yeah.
7 something grand just in fuel driving to and from work.
Yeah.
So you could buy a starlet and register it for under how much?
I
Probably about
reckon
3
4
grand?
grand.
4 grand?
4 grand easy.
And then how much fuel? One starlet, three
Five
starlets,
hun-
three
fi-
starlets in one cruiser a week.
Well, yeah. Like
yeah, you could third the fuel cost. realistically.
Easy.
How much? Like, yeah, because I do 500 to a tank, and my tank's 35 liters.
So
If you look at
500
it
to 90
financially, you would be one starlet better off in like a year's time.
But I don't really want to Starlet.
If you buy a starlet every year,
You
you
sound like a
start going,
pyramid scheme, right?
Yeah. Now I'll sell you the first starlet, and then you upgrade to a level 2 seller of starlets, and you can sell my starlet, and then I'll locate you a new starlet. Sorry.
I
I
like
don't,
this.
I
This is
don't want
great.
to Starlet.
I think when I was looking for motorbikes as well, because I used to be pretty into motorbikes, I looked at a Honda Grom because I was daily driving the Turbo Falcon on
I would not trust
E85,
you on a
which
motorbike.
was great.
Mm.
What was that?
I would not trust you on a motorbike.
Honda Grom would be sick though.
Nah, you're too easily distracted.
Yeah.
You
Fair
can't
enough.
have that.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, yeah. No, imagine like a Honda Grom, right? $4,000 brand new, and it's like maybe $12 a week to fill up one of those little things. I worked.
But would
it
you
out.
even fill it up each week? Like,
Not
that's
at all.
one thing I never got with motorbikes. Like, they always say it's cheap to fill up, but I'm like, how far can you go on a tank?
So the Groms were doing, I think they do like 250 Ks a tank, and it's
Yeah,
like
okay.
$12 to fill up.
Okay.
So it's not too bad.
So like a week.
Yeah,
you know,
a week's worth of driving easily.
yeah.
So, but you look at it in a way like it's $12 a week to just fill it up. But then the repayments would have been like, I think I worked it out to be like maybe just over or just like $80 a week, which was my tank of fuel anyway. So I could have been one Honda Grom better off in like a year's time.
Yeah.
So yeah, you look at it that way. It's
Yeah,
an
that's not bad.
investment.
But you
Starlets
gotta
are
count,
an
you can
investment.
kind of only, firstly, you got the huge upfront of safety gear
Mm-hmm.
and a helmet. Then you also have to count, you could probably only drive it 6 months a year if that.
You'd hate
Yeah.
to drive it in the rain.
Yeah.
Be terrible.
That's what I'm like in my little Starlet cruise along, people just riding a motorbike in the rain. I'm like, that
Yeah.
must suck so much. Like,
I did, however, buy an electric skateboard. The
Ah.
best thing I've ever bought myself because I rode that to and from work for a good year. That saved me so much money.
you leave in the morning. I was leaving at 4 a.m. to start my job at 10.
No, I could get to work. It was a 20-minute drive or a 30-minute skate because I could skip all the traffic. It was perfect. The work was 11 kilometers away, so I would just skate
Went
to work.
11 kilometers a
11
day.
Yeah.
Ks of skating.
Yeah. Did you know that my skateboard has an odometer on the actual
Yeah.
handle? Yeah.
You were saying that you got like mad
Almost
high
3,000 Ks on it.
That's impressive. You're going to service it soon.
Yeah, I've serviced it once. It's just new belts.
They are-
2 brand new belts on it.
Didn't
'Cause
know
it's
that.
belt driven.
I was wondering.
If it was hub motor, I wouldn't have to service it. It's amazing.
Yeah, interesting.
I freaking love it.
yeah,
get a
nah, I'd eat
electric
shit,
bike.
honestly.
Not that
I'll
far.
pull a
no
bad
way.
Jai. I would get a bike. The Jai's
If
little
I
bike's cool.
lived close, I would get an e-bike or something.
Yeah.
Just the haul to and from.
If you had a city job, 100%, sure.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
100%, because like I'm not walking to work. I hate catching trains, trams, anything like that, buses. So if I could just pick to ride a little ding ding. Although Jai has one.
He does.
I don't know how to use it.
He has multiple.
What do you mean?
I don't
I
know.
do not know how to use this
Well,
bike.
it's a little bit different to the ones you can buy. Technically, it's illegal because it has a throttle,
Allegedly illegal.
allegedly.
Yeah.
I can't use it either way.
What do you mean?
I turn the key on, I'm like pedaling and I'm like pressing buttons, twisting shit. And I'm
Did
like,
you press the on button?
there's an on button.
You got to turn the
Surely.
key, and
Yep.
then there's an on button at the screen. You turn it on, and then you choose
I
the
did
mode
not
that you
turn
want.
it on. Okay.
He's
That's,
just an immobilizer.
Yeah.
well, I didn't know. You guys just gave me the key at the event and I'm like trying to be quick. I ended up just riding it as a bike. It was not quicker.
Probably charging up the batteries
yeah.
for us.
Jai's
I
like,
love
damn,
that.
the battery's much more full.
That's crazy. It would have been really hard to
Yeah,
ride.
it
Just
It
pedal by
was, it
itself,
was.
too.
It's a very heavy bike.
I'm like, damn, this thing's hard to pedal. Like, if I could actually go, it's probably get me going.
You know, the
we
keys
were
in
just
immobilizer
pressing the
so
little
that you
thing.
can take the key out and people can't just easily. Well, I mean,
Well,
you
I
can easily
just
steal.
wrote off on it.
But yeah,
The
take
key
out
should
the
lock
key.
the pedals from working.
So Sam can't ride it.
yeah, Sam,
the
shout
Sam
out to
key.
the Sam theft device. How much Ks do you get out of like the skateboard in one charge?
So
Were you going to work charging it and then going home?
yeah, correct. You couldn't.
Really?
I could. I was testing it, and I was trying to get all the way to work and all the way back until one day I got halfway back home.
And had to carry a heavy ass
Had to-
skateboard.
well, the thing is, even when there's so much resistance in that board, they
can't just
don't
ride it.
regen, but you can try and ride it. But up hills, it's just you carry it. Down hills, it maintains a constant speed. It
Yeah.
won't speed up. But on flat ground, it's a workout to try and push that board.
See, I think that's why I like the bikes because I don't actually know a lot about like EV bikes and skateboards and stuff. But in my head, I'm like, okay, a bike I can pedal. There may be that resistance, but I feel like the regen rate would blow away on a tiny skateboard's wheels, you know?
Yeah. I just don't think they have regen whatsoever. I think they just run it. But yeah, it supposedly does 35 to 40 kilometers. And
Okay.
I mean, when I'm cruising, and the other thing is depending on how
pinning it.
much I was pinning it.
Yeah.
The thing goes 35, 40 Ks an hour.
That's scary.
That's
Okay.
It's
Scary.
scary. It's not fun. But yeah, when I have like my laptop and everything in my bag, I think I was 100 kilo with everything in my bag. So I was really weighing that board down, especially going up hills. I was pinning it and it was like I could feel it struggling up hills. So yeah, that really wears out the battery quickly. But if I eat well that day and I have a
Yeah.
light backpack, I can get all the way to work and back. And it was like 20, 25 kilometers that
You're
day.
like almost home naked though because you had to do
Yeah.
weight reduction.
So the skateboard's also got underglow, which is sick. And it's also it is. It's good. It's good. And it's also got two really bright lights on the front of it too, like extremely bright lights.
They're like really low down.
Yeah.
Like so you can see the rut you're about to eat
So,
shit
yeah.
in.
Oh, that's the biggest thing is I didn't notice. I wish I had one on my head because you know when you put a light really low to the ground, you see the really big bumps, but it looks like it just drops away into
Yeah.
nothingness. You kind of just got to send it, and hopefully that road's good. So yeah,
Sounds good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you haven't sold it to me. I'm on
haven't
the
sold
bike
it to me anymore.
vibe.
Definitely more of a bike
yeah.
person.
I ate shit twice, and that was both at low speeds doing pedestrian crossings and cars waiting for me.
Really? That's so good that people saw you do it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, because they're so torquey, like and your thumb is your accelerator, so you have brake and accelerate, and it's like not really much. So pretty much when you get to a pedestrian crossing and you like slow down, then wait for the cars, and you go, oh, the car's waiting for me. Okay, no worries. You quickly wave, and then you shoot the thing forward, and it like scoots out from under you.
Yeah.
I've only done that twice, and it's usually when
Because you have
people
to
are
kind
watching.
of lean forward, wouldn't you, to counter
So
the
the
momentum?
biggest thing I can relate it to is like imagine if you were on a tram and you sort of weren't holding on to anything. That's what you
Yeah.
have to do on a skateboard because
Yeah.
it's weird. Like usually when you're skating, you have all your weight over the front, and you kind of like have to sort of lean over the board. But this one here, you got to kind of use a lot of power in your back foot to try and prop yourself up because it's trying
yeah.
to push you backwards.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest feeling, but
Because instead of you moving the board's moving.
the board's
you.
moving
Yeah.
you. So it's like you're on a tram that you're controlling yourself, so you can kind of feel what you're about to do and you kind of preempt it.
How do
But
you go like up bumps and stuff? Like, because like, can you pop the
Yeah.
wheel up and shit?
No, so usually, yeah, yeah, you don't chalk it because the wheels are usually bigger. You know what chalking
Didn't know
is?
that was the word.
Yeah, so chalking is when
Gnarly.
Drop the
dude.
clutch.
it's
Yeah.
gnarly, dude. So when you hit a little rock on a skateboard and then the rock like
Oh,
scoots
yeah,
across,
yeah,
going,
yeah, yeah.
and then you fall over the front ones, and you're like, oh fuck, you chalk the concrete
Yeah.
with the rock. You don't chalk it with these. You sort of just glide over them, but
Oh, all right.
yeah, it's obviously you don't hit anything too gnarly.
Have
but
you ever ridden a one wheel before?
I was gonna bring
Yeah,
that up. I want to
have
ride
not.
one.
I have not, but I've always wanted to try.
Have you done the hoverboards? The two,
Yes.
feet ones?
Yeah.
they're actually really fun. I like them. You haven't
Did you get
done one of them
No,
either.
never.
Oh,
That sounds scary.
I still, I'm mad boomer vibes. I hop on it. I'm like, I have no clue how this thing is balancing me. Like, you just kind of stop and like,
There's a guy that goes around Fern Tree Gully on one of those one wheels, but it's not where you have your foot at the back and front. It's like one of those ones
The
where you have
side.
side
Oh,
to
yeah,
side.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. So
Is it
you
an
know,
air
you know
wheel?
there's that trail just down the back
Yeah.
of my house. There's this,
Yeah.
I was there.
Where? Tell me where
I was
exactly. What's the trail called?
Walking with Maddie, and this like gang of them just came hauling
Yeah.
down. But they're all like standing like zombies because you have to.
Yeah.
But they're like in full face helmets and everything, and they're just like zooming down. I was like, what?
It's
There was like
100%
20
like
of
that.
them.
The big wheel where you're on front and back of it, they seem like they're kind of close to like the skateboards. They're
Yeah.
like zooming around. But the ones where their feet are on the side,
They're
they're like,
literally, yeah, they're just like this, and they're just like
mad
leaning
G-force.
forward,
Excuse me, I'm coming this way.
Yeah,
They
it's
look like-
super weird. Yeah.
Yeah, like, just like the full face helmets and everything, and then they all had like motorbike gear on and stuff. It was hectic. I was
Yeah,
like,
people do a lot of
Mad
off-roading in them.
backflips.
It's hilarious. Have you ever looked up like one-wheel off-roading and stuff like that
I
on
have not.
YouTube?
I have not. No.
They're
after
weirdest
the
stuff.
potty.
It's like freestyle unicycling. Have you ever looked at that on YouTube?
Ooh, I can ride a unicycle.
What? Can
yeah,
you?
with my party
Okay.
trick.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. I
My
like
mate,
that.
when I was younger, got a unicycle for Christmas, and I was jealous, and I couldn't learn his one at his house in time because I'll have you know it takes a second. And yeah, so I requested one for my birthday. I got a unicycle, and I can ride a unicycle. And there's nothing really special about it, honestly. You just have to learn how to like be really. You basically have to get to the point where you're going to tip forward,
Yeah.
and that's how you balance it. And
If
then you
Jason
ride it.
asked at work, like, who in this workplace would ride a unicycle, I would guess it would be you. Not gonna lie.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I could. Really, it doesn't surprise me that you can
You
ride
know,
a
it would have been
unicycle.
one of those things too. Like, imagine like walk into work and Jace is like, "Oh, I saw it in the rubbish."
Yeah.
Brings it in. Imagine I just hop on and ride it. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
It sounds like something Jason would do too. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
found it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't want
I
to.
want to see you ride a unicycle. How long has it been since you've ridden one?
That's so funny. 15 years. Yeah,
We gotta get one. I want to see.
Yeah.
Freddie
Back when he
eat
was
shit.
25.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, bully. Absolute bully.
No, that's cool. I like it.
This is I just sort of thought about it when you talked about chalking and stuff. But you know, snowboarding, yeah, you know how you struggle with it.
Yeah.
I came across a TikTok that's really good to
Oh
teach
no,
people.
someone recorded me.
No,
Oh.
to teach people how to do it. He's like, don't cut the toast. You got to spread the butter on the toast, and that's how you should snowboard.
Oh, I like that.
That's dumb.
But it
I
makes
knew
sense.
that. I still fucked up.
It makes sense though.
I'm so confused. How to explain it?
Because if
better
you
to me.
cut the toast, that means you're like not shifting the board, you're not sliding, which
Yeah.
it would be spreading the butter. So
Yeah.
you're just going on the edge and you fall over.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
But-
But when I'm going
So-
5 times faster
So
than
you
I've ever gone.
pretend that the board is a knife that's spreading
When
butter.
you've spread this butter at rapid pace.
Okay. So normally
It's supposed to like glide across it. So it's
I
like
had spread
even
butter
spread.
like this. Let's picture those sushi train, and it's like, and I'm spreading that butter. Easy. Then you put it on Jace's drift car, and you're like, Brendan, spread it.
Oh my god.
Done.
Hey, I just wanted to help you.
No, I'll send me the video. I'm gonna get angry though. Like, what do you mean?
When the knife's going out of control,
Yeah.
hurtling towards a wall. What are you doing that?
You give me a knife and tell me to spread butter as fast as I was going. Couldn't do it.
Sure. Next
know.
time, don't snowboard into a wall.
Yeah, I won't. I won't. Next time I'm gonna bloody get a stick in
Are
front
we
of me.
are we doing a podcast snow trip?
Oh, I guess we could.
I feel like it'd be good because you've had minimal experience on a snowboard. You've had maximum aquatic, solid
No,
aquatic boy.
I wouldn't call it maximum. I just
Adam Dolphin Reed?
I've never actually been like properly to the snow. I've been tobogganing when I was 5. That was pretty much it. So I feel like this would be a good little thing. I don't
yeah,
know,
but then I
maybe.
have to teach you. I don't know what.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, if we're teaching you, you go to Borbor, which is the shit little mountain here. It's really a lot cheaper to go to.
Yeah,
I'm down.
I'm down too.
Lock it in.
Lock it in.
I need to rip the Band-Aid off again and just do some chill stuff.
For those of you who are listening along at home, shoot us a message on one of our socials and let us know what sort of videos you'd like to see potentially on the YouTube channel. I feel like that'd be fun.
I wish I could show you the video of me crashing so we could point by
I
point,
wish
like,
there was a
spot by-
video of you
So you'll
crashing.
see, there was the news
I
there.
wish I saw it. Yeah, I got
Have we
yelled at
told
by the
that-
bloody lady 'cause I was waiting for
Have
you.
we told that on the potty?
I don't know. I don't think we have.
So I went snowboarding with Adam. And prior to it happening...
Myself and my mate Mitch.
Mitch, shout out Mitch, playing a set of Corsa.
Yep.
You suck. And I I had been snowboarding a few times as a young lad, but the last time I had been snowboarding, apart from the brief 30 minutes with Misfits when they went to film a video there, but they rocked up at the Snow's like closing time on the one day Buller was open throughout the middle of a certain amount of time that everything was shut. Anyway, as it's approaching, Adam's like, yeah, we're not snowboarding in Canada. And I'm like, oh my God, I've dug myself a hole. And then we went out on like the beginner tracks, and he was, it took him a sec to get his grasp, and we'll both.
I was rusty. It was after
we were
COVID
rusty,
and stuff. It had been a few years.
Yeah, and I would also like to refer to that as he who shall not be named. Lord Voldemort. I hate.
He's been smashing out all these Harry Potter references all day. I got no clue what he's talking about.
I hate the whole. So they put the little rating thing when you mention that word, and I reckon everything's set up to analyze for that word now.
What?
I'm still so confused.
COVID.
Oh, that.
All YouTube, have you not seen a part of videos that bumps a little thing at the top like, this might be misspreading information? I fucking hate that. Let me upload exactly what I could sit there speaking about spanking
You're
my
supposed
ass
to be
and you should
spreading
not
the
be...
information, not cutting the information, bro.
You need
So-
to spread.
Yeah. So the information was coming too fast. So, so I went snowboarding with Adam. He was a bit rusty. I was rusty. And I'm like, okay, like I'm picking it up. And we kept stepping up different mountains. I had only been up 2. So we quickly got up to where my had maxed out at. And I'm like, well, if I'm progressing, we go into the 3rd one. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this too. 4th one I got fucked up on. I was coming around the corner. I had no gauge of speed.
The visibility was quite average.
Oh yeah, like I won't make excuses. It was clearly my fuck up. But
I was going to say, as Mitch says, you could clearly see what you were about to hit.
Yeah, I'm so sad I didn't see it, but Mitch saw it,
yeah.
and you snowboarded straight into a wall.
I love Mitch will completely flop from like, it was pretty hard to see to, yeah, he did hit a wall.
Depending on who he
which is-
speaks to.
So we're going down. I had never snowboard, put it this way, I had never done corners before. And like, usually it's just straight and zigzaggies, yeah?
Yeah, so this particular run, there was 2 corners that you had to go around to get to that like open area that you go down.
Yeah.
It was the only run that was open that was a blue run. Because technically it was like a week before the season starts, so they hadn't opened the whole mountain. So there was the main green run, which is called Burke Street. It's terrible. You hurt yourself on it a lot more than you hurt yourself on blue runs.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's not very steep at all. So you can't spread the butter. You just cut all the time and you just eat shit.
I did notice that slower is harder.
Slower is a lot harder.
It's harder when you fall going really fast.
Yeah, but no, you hurt yourself when you stopped suddenly. So you're going too slow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as
Wait,
Jeremy Clark-
what?
No. As Jeremy Clarkson has said, no one
exactly.
has ever died of excessive speed, only
The
suddenly stopping.
sudden stops.
Yeah, I suddenly
That's what
stopped
gets
real
you.
quick. So we go on this first ever one with corners, and I think because I was so focused on the corners and the fear of flying off the side of a mountain for my first ever time, I was completely unaware of how much extra speed I picked up, and because it was low visibility, I won't use that as the excuse that I hit a wall essentially of snow, but I will use it as a even harder to gauge my speed. And so I'm pinning it down. Half the time I'm doing this on my goggles because I couldn't see. And I'm like, do not want to go near the edge of that thing. This is my first time going down it. Was it first?
No, it was like second or
It
third.
was yeah. So the first few times I fell so much that I didn't get to build what was called speed. I just fell on my ass a heap, and I was having a good time. I'm like, this is tough, but I'm excited to learn. The first one when I've actually putting down the speed, which I shouldn't have been doing. I should have been spreading the butter and slowing down. I came around this corner so fast. There was like a little bump, not like the edge where they smoothed it. They've smoothed it out for me here, not here where I'm riding though. And I hit it at the fastest I've ever been on a snowboard. Flipped sideways, cartwheel ass style, and landed like on my ribs. The most pain I've ever felt. I remember like hitting the ground and going, And the sound I made, Mitch turned back and he's like, seeing me, like, because I saw him turn back and then I blacked out. Like, all I remember is like tumbling. I feel like I went over like 3 more times, but the first initial blow was rips.
I wish I'd seen it.
Yeah,
I wish
and
I'd
I'm
seen
sliding and I'm on my back and I'm like, I can't get up. I'm in like the worst pain I've ever been in. I'm like, I was always paranoid. I was a pretty out there kid, like jumping up trees, jumping out of trees, and that's what we did before technology.
What are you pointing at me for?
You're like, I ride my electric skateboard.
Don't worry, I jumped out of a tree and sprained my ankle. So
When?
when I was in high school.
Oh, I was really hoping you'd say recently. I was trying to set up a tent or some crap. Yeah, and so it was the most pain I've ever been in. I'm pretty sure I broke a rib or fractured a rib or something. Didn't do anything about it. I spoke to my aunt who is well versed in this stuff, and she's like, well, doctors can't really do anything about it. Are you spitting up blood? And I'm like, no. And she's like, yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah,
and
no.
so for
I mean, fair enough.
for 1 week, moving was pain. For like literally, I did not know how many. It's like, oh, that's twisting. Like the worst. 2 weeks of like discomfort, but like at least I could sit there and not like the first week was like, oh my God, is this gonna stop? Just constant pain all the time. Probably should have seen someone about it. I'm not gonna lie. But it's just not who I am. And
Costs money.
Yeah, it costs money.
It's car parts.
Yeah, it's got, and like I work behind a computer anyway.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, and so it finally healed up, and now I've got like the most fear in me ever to go snowboarding. So I wanted to start off slow.
I
so
think
maybe,
It's okay,
I think
alright,
you
we'll be
just
fine.
need a clear day. I think that will help a lot with confidence.
I think there was
Because when you can't see shat, like you can't see how rough it is and stuff when it's like the visibility so low.
I'll explain it in terms that make more sense to me. I don't know if they'll make it to other people, but have you ever had those people that are just really confident in a car? And like you kind of you're in the car with them.
You
and you're
guys
like,
have confidence in cars? That's crazy.
well, so Zach, you're going around the corner in the BRZ, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, does he know like what happens when this goes sideways? You know, like I have like there's some people that come into things overly confident, and
yeah.
I've always came into things very cautiously.
Yeah.
But this is the first time that's ever been switched because
Yeah.
I was picking it up and I didn't understand the next step of the learning curve. You know, I didn't understand you need to be cutting your speed here. You need to be, you know.
The adrenaline got you.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm too busy trying not to freak out and fly off the side of a mountain.
Yes.
That was my only focus is I can't see shit and I don't want to fly off the side of a mountain. And I paid the price. The funny thing was like we kept snowboarding. I tried to tough it out. We did like 2 more runs. I fell a lot. But I had learned. I'm going to try. I hadn't learned. I just, in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm going to just go slower instead of learning that that's what you do. Yeah. You know, I'm like, I'll just go slower. But now that I think about it, it's like, yeah, everyone was going slower than me pinning it straight.
Yeah.
You know, like
Exactly
no
right.
one else was doing that. Why do you think that is, Brendan? Maybe because it's fucking fast.
I'd like to know, like, I've
I
seen videos
wish
of
I could
people.
see the speed.
Yeah, I'd like to know how fast you can get on Buller because it's not that big of a mountain, so it gets cut off.
I'd like to say I was up there in the speed before the sudden stop.
I have had times on the snow where I'm like, oh, I'm hooking.
Yeah.
Like,
See, and even after that, like trying to power through it, I'm like cut speed, but my hips, like my waist is like, "Argh!" Like every time like the board was scooting because like I was building up speed, and then I had no option but to. I'm like, okay, I'm building up way too much speed. I don't want to fall like that again, so I just purposely like.
starfish.
And
Angel.
even then, like, it hurt too much to lift my legs really high because
Yep.
it's a bit of an ab workout. So the board's like, and I'm like, like, just, none of it was fun after. Apart from after is when I did learn, you know, okay, I can't build enough speed that my back, because I felt like my back leg was letting me down with the load. Like as much as I was trying to cut speed, I'm like, I was just doing things wrong, and I learned a lot, but it was just in the shittiest circumstance
Yeah.
ever of excruciating pain. So I am keen to go again. I'm just going to kind of look in the mirror and go, you're 30 now.
Yeah.
Chill, you know?
What do you reckon the best like board sport is to get into snowboarding? Like, what's it closest to? I actually don't know because a lot of people have said.
I would like to know this too, yeah.
Because people have said surfing is nothing like it, and then people have said skateboarding is nothing like it. But I kind of feel like it has
I
to be
would
one of the
say wakeboarding because
Yeah,
because
yeah.
surfing waves only go one direction,
two. Yep.
so you're only surfing in one direction,
Yep.
and skateboarding.
Skateboarding is the opposite.
It feels-
'cause you're leaning in the
Yeah,
way
you're
you
leaning
want to
into
go.
it a lot more. Whereas
This is
I feel like wakeboarding is very similar. It's not the same.
Oh, because you steer with your back foot, don't you? Is it?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Combination of both.
Mhm.
But
the force is opposite on a skateboard, I think.
yeah,
Like the way like the force is presented to you. So
I feel like I feel like
Yeah.
with a skateboard because like you're still on concrete, so you're not digging edges into stuff.
I
Yeah.
legitimately feel like it would be closer
But
to
it-
his
I-
electric skateboard than the actual
Probably.
skateboard.
That's what I would have thought
Probably,
as well.
yeah.
Because I was thinking like it can't be like a skateboard, but skateboard and electric skateboard are like two completely different things, like completely different.
Yeah, I mean, if you can skateboard, you like
You're on a-
there's similar-ish stuff. Like if you
Yeah.
do surfing and like there's
I've
stuff
done
that'll
none of that.
there's,
Oh, really?
there's,
There you
there's
go.
stuff that'll carry across into it.
Yeah.
Like obviously,
What about
everything's
scooter
unique.
riding? Because I was pretty decent at that.
Yeah. That really simulates with sucking dick. I want to try skiing, but I want to try it for 10 minutes because I really have a strong feeling I won't like it.
Snow skiing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm like
There's
fuck
water
it,
skiing
Water
as well.
skiing. No, I don't really want to try. I don't really want to try any water sports.
You know what I reckon would
Nah,
really
kneeboarding's
hurt?
good.
Aquatic sports.
Because Adam's
Sorry,
aquatic as fuck.
Yeah, Adam's aquatic as fuck. Barefoot water skiing.
Oh, I've never done that before.
That looks like it would destroy the underside of your foot.
Yeah, but think about like how shiny and soft your feet would be after.
Yeah, but imagine walking the
No,
next day.
yeah, no,
it just wouldn't
100%.
work.
You can't do it if the water is too glassy
Yeah, okay.
because it's like a
because
knife.
it's got glass in it and it would, no.
Well, glassy water means like no
Still.
ripples or anything. Like it's just like
Really?
reflective.
I
Like,
thought that
I
would
would've
be
thought
the
that'd be
better.
Yeah.
no, because your feet are in the water,
We're
and
on
the
the
water,
same level.
the water is hitting the exact same spot on your foot the whole time.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
fair enough.
like-
so
it's
you
like
want
a
that
blade.
like rough,
You want
you know?
very slight rough. Like
Yeah.
you have to do
Just
it at
so
a
it's
specific
bruising
time.
your entire foot
Yeah, yeah.
instead
You
of
wanna
just
get
the one
coverage.
little.
Have you seen some of the like bins that people have had from
Yes,
barefoot? Oh,
it looks just because you have to go a certain
Oh.
speed to actually keep it up too, don't
just
you?
like you dig a toe in.
Yeah.
Just like broken nose. Because you just
Yeah,
because you're going
yeah,
so
no.
fast and you
That
just
sounds so
instant.
weird, you would dig a
instant-
toe.
Exactly. Dig a toe in. And
dig
you
your
just
toe in.
instant
My
face
toe
paint.
really hooked up on the water. What?
Okay.
But like you're going very fast to be able to do it.
Yeah.
I've had minimal interest in like the only thing I ever wanted to do water related was the skimboarding
Oh yeah.
because I find that
Mm.
and I tried and
Okay.
damn that hurt.
We take a skimboard behind the boat sometimes. So like you wakeboard on it or kneeboard on it. So it's so because it's so slippery.
Yeah.
We did this one thing. I was kneeboarding on it, and I got my brother to like flick me out behind the boat down a straight when it was glassy. So he
Yeah.
like pinned it and whipped me out, and I pulled and let
Oh,
go.
yeah, yeah,
I went
yeah.
like nearly a whole straight down the Murray just on this skimboard because it was
That would be so
hauling.
fun. Picture
It
people
was
like
hauling.
like doing their stuff along the Murray and like you're just like shh, no boat though. Like,
So good. The skimboard is so fun.
Yeah.
but-
I've never actually tried a skimboard, but it looks
Oh,
so
bro.
good. It looks so good.
because you try to do it on a little bit of water.
Yeah,
Damn, it hurts. Like,
yeah, 'cause you
I'm gonna
fall
jump
on-
on this
you-
and then it bogs in and
Oh,
you're like,
Fall
yeah.
onto like hard sand. Like,
yeah,
it's just-
yeah.
it doesn't give way.
I love those people that like skimboard out to a
And hit the-
thing and then hit the wave and then come
Yeah,
back and
yeah,
surf
yeah.
back.
That was
It's
my
so cool.
Only goal.
That would
I
take
s-
a lot of
I
skill.
swear I went like 5 meters once and like ate shit 700 times. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm just I used to be quite a sporty young lad. Now I'm not a sporty old man. And it's just
You're
yeah.
not a sporty old man. You are a sporty.
No, not sporty at all.
Not sporty old
I
man.
think
Yeah,
it's just
sorry,
gone.
you're
I think
correct.
it's like because I used to be, you know, like I'd ride to my mate's house every day. Would ride off to the BMX track. You know, we did stuff, and you don't really understand that that's building up a skill.
Yeah.
And now it's just like for the past 10 years of my life, I have sat behind a computer.
Yeah, man.
All the skills are gone.
Yep.
I'm really good at Minecraft.
You were riding your
Not
bikes
really.
all the way through all those years only to be a web developer when you're older.
Yeah.
Sucks.
No, I had no, like, we were discussing it at work today. Like, the car scene, a lot of it started with people like BMXing and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And my bike, we went to the BMX track. I never did anything crazy. Like, we rode it. I'd do a little jump, but like, in comparison to like my cousins nowadays, which is really good to see that they are, young people getting into bikes and stuff still. Like, they want to go to some indoor skate park, and I'm like,
That's sick. Did you ever
"Aren't
go to
worried
one as a
about
kid?
owies?" No, because I wasn't extreme. It was boring. I rode
There's
my bike.
there's a lot of boring people that go to indoor skate parks.
No. I went to a skate park once, actually. This may be why I didn't follow that route.
Yeah.
I was too overwhelmed by the amount of people there. I thought I was going up a ramp and going down the other side. The other side was an edge.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
I'm like, up, bang on my face, blood nose. I think my first ever blood and only blood nose. I don't really get blood. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Maybe I just need to pay more attention to where I'm
Yeah,
going.
probably. Yeah. No, I lived at the skate park when I was growing up. I don't know about you. You're probably the same-ish.
Yeah, I think we talked about it before. But
Yeah.
like I didn't do a lot of riding, so to say. It was more.
But
hanging
it's
out
the
and
reason that
filming
we're
the
all
photos
here,
and stuff.
which is the funniest thing. All of us, like, I think,
Like
yeah.
YouTube wise.
Yeah, because, I mean, like,
I think I would have got into it, whatever it was.
yeah. Well, I guess you were doing gaming, but
Yeah.
yeah, for me, like, I was riding scooters and then I wanted to film my mates, so I did that, and that's how I ended up doing social media stuff. Was making videos and doing that, and I think you were the same. You were making mates videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
There you
take
go.
away the skate parks and skating. Do you think you still would have ended up down that route in a different way?
Do you
Were you
mean,
into
like-
claymations, some other form to get into the media realm?
Probably.
I think I just like entertaining. people.
I did start like before I was doing any of that sort of stuff, so probably. It was just like that's what we were
That's what
doing.
trended
So
toward, yeah.
then
Yeah.
you just did that.
Like
Yeah,
now
there
we
you
just
go.
talk shit, so we're like podcast.
We're perfect.
Perfect for us.
No, that's fair. I dig that.
I don't know. It's just sort of like a natural flow. Like before you get your license and stuff, the bike is like having a
That's your
license
life.
that
Yeah,
can't get
that's
you
your
very far.
freedom.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah,
like
yeah.
I can ride down to the fish and chip shop.
Oh, bro, we took trains out. This, by the way, I don't like public transport, but my mate had moved to the other side of the city. We took trains out to his house. Then they stopped running because it was that late. So we
Yeah.
just rode back.
Yeah.
like got home at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
what you did.
Yeah, it is.
And it trips me out to think like,
Would you do that as an
How?
adult? You
Yeah, I
would
wouldn't
freak
even
out
do
as an
that
adult.
nowadays.
I feel like it'd be a vibe though. Just
would be.
chilling.
Do you feel like we
riding-
should all get
riding
bikes
that
and-
time.
100% we would be like, I'm tired.
Get
Let's
up.
just Uber it home. I don't fucking care about the bike. Zach would be like, this skateboard costs. Now fuck off.
Yeah, I feel like we would get down the bottom of the hill and just go, fuck, riding up
Need
that
e-bikes.
shit. E-bikes.
Looping the
Yeah.
podcast back around. E-bikes.
Agreed.
E-bikes are fire.
I would like to know how far you can get on an e-bike, how well the regenerative charge is, and I'm really thorough with like researching things.
60 Ks on an e-bike.
Yeah, see,
The
that's
ones
fire.
that Jai has. And I think
Yeah.
that's pretty entry level. It's $2.5 grand though.
His looks weird though. I kind of want it to look more
Yeah,
traditional.
you can get
Yeah.
a normal looking bike. Though.
Have you seen how expensive they are? Like the specialized e-bikes and
yeah,
stuff?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
rode
Or-
my mate's one that was like a proper like downhill one. It was
Yeah.
like super expensive, but so cool.
Oh, you know,
Like,
you know how steep my driveway is. Yeah,
Yeah.
just straight up at no effort. I was
Really?
like, oh my
Yeah.
god, this is amazing.
have you seen the ones that Adam LZ got
Yes,
hooked
I
up
saw
with?
them. Yeah.
I saw one of them at Daniel's Donuts the other day. The guy's just popping wheelies through the car park. I have never wanted something so bad in.
So, did you see his videos with that e-bike? Like him and just a whole bunch of randoms just meeting up and having little e-bike meets and then
Yeah.
riding around just doing
Yeah.
crazy shit. That looks so much fun.
Yeah.
They just like street ride them
But-
and then just like, oh, we'll go down these stairs. All right, sweet. We'll just go down the stairs and they will ride
It's
down
like
the
a
stairs. It's mad.
dirt bike.
yeah,
Like it's so cool.
Mm.
I really dig it. The only thing is I've got this like you'll hurt yourself on that idiot, and I've really, the thing that I have aged into, as you guys know, I'm not very mature. The only thing I think I have is a sense of, will I get hurt, and is that hurt worth it? You know, because I can see myself binning this bike thing, being out money, being hurt, possibly getting arrested, because I'm sure it has to be registered as a motorbike at this point. Like, the
Probably.
thing
No.
is a dirt.
They don't.
No,
Yeah, but they'll
because
put that in.
it depends. If it has an individual throttle, like allegedly yours one, then that becomes a motorbike. But
Yeah, okay.
how they get by it is they're speed limited, first of all. And then secondly, their motor only works when you pedal. So you can't sit there and just press a button and it
This
goes.
one's not a pedal. It's a picture of dirt bike, but with no. It's just,
that would be.
yeah,
Yeah, that's illegal.
and that's the one. That's the first one I've ever seen and gone. Instead of being like, "Oh, that's pretty cool," I'm like, "God, I want that so bad!" Like, it's so cool.
I reckon e-bikes and just all these e-things, like, I don't think e-cars are the way in the future. I honestly think that these e-bikes and e-skateboards and e-scooters are the best things
Well,
to
it's-
exist.
The bloody lime scooters around the city are so dangerous, man. Just people hooning around
Yeah.
with these e-scooters.
I
Oh.
don't see how we can do that yet. Cyclists are on the roads with me.
You know, in Brisbane, we used to do e-scooter jousting in the city.
E-scooter jousting.
Never heard about this? We
No.
would
I
rent.
really, I know this is not what it is, but I really wish you were holding the scooter as the jousting.
No. So me and my uni friends, we used to go get 2 lime scooters. We would meet in, like, there's a little park sort of near JMC Academy, and we would go down there with 2 e-scooters, and we would go down there with pool noodles. And so we would literally have the pool noodles, like pretty, like the real chonky ones. So
Yeah,
they were pretty
yeah.
stiff. And we would just ride at each other with the pool noodles and just joust with them. It was the coolest thing.
It seems fun.
It was good, but we had like a little tier system. Like, you know, you had to be like kind of like drifting, how you had battles and you would battle this person and
Oh
whoever
my
won, you'd move up to the
God.
next
Oh
level.
my
And
God.
it was
You
sick.
unify. You need it.
You were so dorky. You are
We're
dorky.
film students. What do you
yeah,
expect,
that's
dude?
you know what, fair point.
Yeah, we're all film students. We're like, let's go jousting. It's like, oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
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 What else do you see film students doing?
Sitting
Sucking
in
nut.
circles.
Well, we can't afford to go to the cafe and have our expensive, you know, coffees and stuff like that.
They all sit in massive circles. They all pretend that they have like 20 friends. And
Yeah.
They all sit in a massive circle. It's like,
That's weird.
So the person is like 10 meters away, but you're going to sit in a full circle so you can still talk to everyone and pretend that you're all mates.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah. I just play video games. Like,
Yeah,
it's interesting seeing, you know, how you lads got into it. Like, I really dig it because, like, and I think it actually reflects to me being really uncomfortable doing the intro. Like, I'm very comfortable speaking right now, but as soon as it's like
Brenny
intro,
cannot do the intro.
I
We go, Brenny,
can't.
take it away. And he just goes,
and then he says some dumb shit about he swears in like the first 2 seconds.
But how fire, if I wasn't swearing, the ones where I'm not actually being serious, I'm actually happy with. Like, half the time I'm flowing, but as soon as both of you look at me like, okay, Brendan, I'm like, and I think that's what, like, I really like about what you guys have done is, like, you've built up, like, this skill of, like, being able to whip a camera out. Like, Zach just does it in public. It's so weird.
yeah. I still find it a little bit like hard. Well, not really hard to do in public, but I've never, like, my stuff, I'm in like the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm never really in areas where there is people.
Picture the car scene and Zach's there like, well, that was really good. And then, like, meanwhile, there's
I
some
don't
guy.
do that, do I?
You were so like that. You were,
I feel
you
like
were
I
was
the
with
YouTube-
Dave Egan, that little car meet we went to.
You
Was I
were
doing it then?
You were a bit more. So I did notice there was a higher public area, and you were definitely like wound it back.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
at the track day you did that, I was there with you, and I think I may have even been the person that helped spur you on because
Oh, yeah,
I
certainly.
picked up the camera too.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm sure if there was 3 people
It's
pitted
good,
beside
especially at track days. I like to segregate myself to my own little area, and I'll film around my own little area, and I'll feel safe in my little bubble. But if there's people that I don't know beside me, I'll introduce myself to them, and then they'll usually go, "Oh, what do you do? What do you do?" And then I'll say, "Yeah, I tell everyone I'm a YouTuber. It makes myself sound cooler." And then well, it does, well, they don't get as weirded out when I point the camera at my face and go, "Well, this is my VRZ."
Yeah, but I think,
Yeah,
that they would know though.
all
Like,
you're doing is uncomfortably prefixing them.
yeah.
Like, so
yeah.
this when you say I'm a YouTuber, they're not thinking, oh, cool. They're thinking,
Oh,
all right.
All
Yeah,
right, he's
all
gonna
right.
feel-
And
Yeah.
then when they see you later, go, what's up, guys?
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
all right.
Top
Top of the morning.
That's how Adam starts his videos.
Yeah,
That's
he's
not me.
not.
Yeah.
It is not. I feel like because now with the job that I have, it's just like constant filming of vlog style content
You mad
and,
burnout.
and editing it all the time. I feel like I've become accustomed to it. So I'm like, if I was around people, I feel like I would just do it because, like, to me, it's more normal now because it's
Yeah.
like, at work we're doing 3 to 4 vlogs a week.
I
That's a
still
lot of
stand by
talking
it.
to the camera.
I feel like it's a lot more normalized now, though.
It is more.
Yeah,
normal.
100%.
Because when you go to a car meet, like imagine 10 years ago. if you-
log?
Yeah. Imagine if you went to a car meet 10 years ago and someone whipped out a camera and was like talking to
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah, yeah.
It's weird. But now you
Yeah.
see it and it's like every second person is
Yeah.
an influencer or influencer nowadays. You just see it so
You know
often.
what I've noticed at car meets nowadays is people live streaming them.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
like,
I still find that a little odd.
that's so weird to me because like I get making a video, like I get going there like, oh, I really like this Mustang, I really like this, oh, blah blah blah. But the idea of like, what's up, chat? Yep, like
Yeah.
I don't.
That's a
I like-
detachment from reality, really.
Yeah, it's something different about it because like, and the people I've seen do it are just standing there like looking around like. Like I think if you want to do the live stream thing, it's a step ahead of vlog for embarrassment
Oh,
mode
yeah.
to me.
Definitely.
Like Samet does it, and he's got the full kit, and the Misfits had that same kit.
Yeah.
Like you have a weird modem thing in your bag, and it like will ping different cell things, so you never drop.
Yep.
And it's like $3,000.
It's insane, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
But that's full like, what's that? Yeah, we're looking at this guy. You're basically doing a live vlog. But
Yeah.
I've seen this weird middle ground where people aren't willing to be that person, but they're just kind of live streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it weirds me out. Like I don't know. Just commit. Like
The coolest one I'd seen was Hurt at our event. Like,
yeah.
live streaming in the car whilst he was drifting. I was
Yeah,
like,
that was pretty
that's
cool. Yeah.
sick.
You know,
Yeah.
That's cool.
I have wanted to do that for so many years before Australia had
Yeah.
internet that was willing to do that. I'm sitting there thinking of ways to like rig it up, like FPV my car to a computer, then have that live streaming to my computer at home, but the live stream at home is off my home internet, which is the only internet that's actually good. And so if it drops, I can have my friend like, we are experiencing technical difficulties.
Yeah.
And that way, but now it's like full backpack.
So have you seen Samet's like set
Yeah.
up now? So what he does is he has a multicam live stream.
I saw that too.
He has a multicam live stream. So when he does Matsuris at Ebisu, he sets it up for 8 hours and he has like 5 or 6 cameras around the car.
And you can switch view
And-
by tipping, I think.
Yeah, you tip Samet's stream and you say like /camera 3 and it would switch to camera 3. And then
Yeah,
you tip
interesting.
again and you can switch
There
camera
was-
5. It's
There's
amazing.
one that
So cool.
I've seen videos of. Like, I don't watch streams or anything. I've just seen it come up on TikTok. He's a massive Twitch streamer, Kai or something. I don't know. He's in America or whatever. But like his whole house is covered in cameras,
Oh,
and he just
God.
walks. And when he goes into another room, it just changes camera.
That
Oh,
was
it's like a
tracks.
Truman Show.
I'm like,
Ooh, but he
it
knows
was
it's
weird.
there.
It was
It's odd.
That's
It was
what I
different.
think it was blew up streaming, honestly.
Yeah.
Is it kind
But then, like the technical side of me was like, "How the fuck do you do that?"
yeah.
Yeah. Feel like motion sensor sort of
I don't know.
switching.
But it would like track him too. so-
Streaming
Yeah.
is really interesting because like because it's so big now, there's people making that camera that will switch to you in your program. It will track you, follow you, blah blah blah. But then there's still the same people that are like, okay, so I've got my camera hooked up to a house sensor, and then the house sensor detects it, like the motion sensor detects that I've walked into that room. It runs a command on if this then that to switch the camera on my stream deck, and they're janking it up.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's the same end product, and
Yeah.
it's just I really like that innovation, like getting it done. And I'm sure you guys had to do it when you
Well,
weren't
you sort of had to
learning
do
content.
it like getting all the live stream stuff done for the Battle Royale stuff. Like that
Yeah.
was a big.
Oh, we had mad cheat codes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mad
James.
Chico's. Thanks, James.
James
code
was
called-
actually the
called
one that
James.
suggested all those original programs to me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's a wizard.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Adam's
Zac!
camera. No.
my camera.
It's Adam's camera.
Unreliable. Well, you should
Why?
also
Why
probably
has it done
check if
that?
mine's still going.
We'll be back,
again. I think. Maybe.
my
After
God.
this
Another break.
intermission.
Brendan, sing them a song.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day.
It's been a long time without
Day.
you, my friend.
Without
it's
you, my
time.
friend. No, it's definitely not.
Leave a comment. I'm not used to format.
man.
Are we back on?
I'm
It's,
sorry.
it's a shambles, people. It's a
It's
shambles.
it
We're
starts
back.
having the
We're
most
back.
reliable camera out of the trio,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's definitely it's been a long day without you, my friend. It's not time.
What is the weirdest car
That's
you'd like to
definitely
own?
day. Weirdest car I'd like to own.
Yeah.
I wanted to actually talk about this real quick. No, I actually recommend your hand. So I know that, like, you see a lot of those things where it's like, you know, what would you like to daily drive? What would your dream car be? What would this be? We should. I feel like that would be fun, and also this weirdest car thing you would like to own is kind of cool as well.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Weirdest car. I don't know what
Let's do that.
classifies it as a weird car.
Yeah, no, that's
Actually, probably weirdest car I'd like to own is it's like an Evo, but the full drive, the rally
the
car.
Evo wagons.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd probably call that the
Oh,
weirdest car. That
the-
I think my
I'd
uncle
own.
The
has one of
RVR,
them.
the one that comes down to our events.
It's got like a full rally kit and stuff. It's like for Dakar. It's just like
Oh, the Pajero Evo.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You haven't seen
Have
those?
you haven't seen
I
it?
gotta see
It's a
Oh, dude,
Pajero
they're
with some big flares
like
on them.
big
They're
flares,
so cool.
Like they're hectic. They're
Oh,
so
okay,
cool.
I like that.
So I didn't actually
I-
realize
I would classify that as a
they're not
weird
a
car.
4G. They're a V6
Mm.
of some description. But
Yeah.
I don't know if they're turbo or not. I'm sure they would be.
I think that they are, but they're just like so strange, the cars, but they're just like cool at the same
But yeah,
time.
it's like when you look at it, you're like Dakar. That looks
yeah,
so
literally,
freaking
it looks
cool.
like a Dakar
Yeah.
rally car, but that's just how it came out.
I
So
like
I would
that
say
one.
that is the weirdest.
I'm
car
gonna
I've
have to
owned.
look that up, but that
It's so
sounds
cool.
Yeah.
They're very, very rare. There's a few for sale in Australia, but they're like 60K.
Yeah, there's not many. There's
Yeah.
not many because they're really not functional.
Yeah, okay. But what? So let's run through the list. Your perfect weekender, your perfect daily, and then
Oh,
your
no.
weird,
heck,
your weird.
I don't
like,
even have a weird car. I was thinking
Yeah.
of.
heck. Oh,
Sorry, I put you. All right, Brenny, weirdest car. Weirdest car that you'd think you'd own just for fun.
See, I thought this. Maggie actually thought of this question, and I was like, "Oh, you guys would give really interesting answers." And I'm like, "What would I answer?" And so I'm legit like, this is the first time I've given it proper thought. I want to say like a Honda Beat, the old ones.
Oh yeah, the little.
I really
streamliney
like them, but I
ones.
think they're
Yeah.
a weird car. And I know there's like a newer one that you see around. It's like
Yeah.
a tiny little target top looking thing. Like they're pretty cute. I definitely think it's in that like weird JDM K truck realm that
Yeah.
I would like to own. Like
K truck would be. I looked into K trucks or key trucks. whatever you
Oh,
call
K
it.
trucks. Yeah.
K truck, and like there's so many downsides. To
yeah,
them.
that's
there's so
the-
many
If
downsides.
they
to
could
them.
go 100 and hold a little bit more, I would love one. But the fact that they can't does me dirty. And before anyone's like, modify it or whatever. No, I just want to, like, I wanted this to be my little daily driver. Because as you guys know, I drive a little teeny Starlet and I dig this, I dig smaller cars. But yeah, actually don't fully have a weird car in mind. If I had more time, I could probably pick one. But I just feel like some people have that like unique car. Like my friend James picked up a Suzuki something. It's so weird, and like he takes it to like a car meet, and everyone's like, "What is that?" Like it's just a unique, different car, and it's cool. It's like a little all-wheel drive turbo thing, and yeah, like that's gets me thinking. But there's not actually a huge amount that I don't feel like I know a huge amount of odd cars.
Interesting.
The thing is, all mine are broken down into like you say, like best weekender. Mine's like best weekender four-wheel drive and best weekender street car.
Yeah.
Well,
Because they're so different.
What's both of them? Because I've never heard you talk about you buying a street car.
Oh, Adam's got deep.
Well, the thing
Adam
is,
was going to quit four-wheel driving at one point.
yeah, I know because
Yeah.
I know you used to have a street car and you like street cars and you
I
like
really
Falcon
like
Utes
street
for
cars.
some reason.
Like
and
I do
then-
really like street cars. I just
Yeah.
like being able to go away.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly right.
Yeah.
All right, so I know your perfect weekender for going away would be your car that you're building now.
No.
No. Ooh, okay. Rightio. I'm interested to hear
Perfect
this.
weekender is
79 series.
so
cruiser.
expensive. So expensive. It
Yeah.
would be a 40 series Land Cruiser on an 80 series chassis
Oh god.
with a turbo Barrett in it with full, like, so single cab, then with like a full canopy setup and everything back, like mega,
That
mega
sounds
expensive.
mad.
They're
That sounds
sick. It's
really
been done.
complex.
It's been done plenty of times, but it's
Lots
just
of
a
things
lot
have
of
been done,
money.
doesn't
Like,
mean-
Is that one of those YouTubers that built that car? Is it the one I'm thinking of?
there's a few of them.
Yeah,
Like-
okay, right,
Like
yeah.
to put that shell on like an 80 series chassis is a normal thing. Like
Mhm.
that people do that. But like there's ones that have been done and like it's cool that they did it and stuff. Then there's ones that have been done like
Mhm.
properly and it's just like, oh, that's a car. Like,
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool car. Do you remember there was that random light blue one I showed you a photo of? It had the LSA in it and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah,
You
like
showed not
that.
too long ago. Yeah.
So
yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
So cool. I mean, it's probably not the most like comfortable interior and stuff, but it'd be so like
So it's like your
be
weekend.
so nostalgic
rigging
and everything.
car.
Oh, it'd be so cool.
Your off-roading
Oh,
weekend.
you probably wouldn't really want to take that off roading. It's too nice.
What?
Yeah,
It's,
right,
it's,
yeah,
like, it's
right.
like it's like taking this really nice street car and yeah, I'm gonna take it to the track and drift it.
Yes.
It's the exact same thing. It's the exact
Yes.
same thing.
Building a mad off-road car and then never taking it off-road though. I guess so.
No, that's show car status, right?
Yeah,
It's
fair enough.
disgusting.
Status,
Don't
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, when I built the Silvia, I definitely got a taste of like, oh, everyone just really likes how nice and clean this is. I'm gonna destroy it. Like-
Back it into a wall.
Street car wise, I'm interested in nearly everything.
Mhm.
So, like the old BMWs, like 3 Series and stuff like that, I find them pretty cool.
Mhm.
I like the Skylines and Silvias, obviously, everyone does. Which is cool with work because I get to drive some of them sometimes. So that was cool. Do you remember me after the R32 GDR, the 500 kilowatt one, when I drove it? And I was just
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
it's the best thing ever.
yeah, you got pretty G'd up by that one.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I've used the Ute when it was an absolute nugget to like go to the front gate to drop off, because I was doing track management related things or event management related things. And I'm like, I hate this car. And then I drove Jace's 33 out of the factory and I'm like, all the weird knobs you got to turn to get the thing started. And then it's like struggling to run because it just turned on E85. And I'm like, I need it out now. And I'm like, yeah, I haven't had as much fun as you.
Fair
Like,
enough.
I'm pretty open to all the street cars, like even the VL Turbo, because I drove that at work. I didn't think I would like that, and then I drove it and I was like, okay, I understand. Like, I understand it.
Yeah.
Your mullet
started
coming in really quickly.
Any modern cars, I'm not really that interested in though. They're just bland.
Fair
like
enough.
I like it needs to be semi falling apart
Yeah.
to make it
Just
interesting.
gives me that,
Yeah.
How about you, Zach? Weirdest car.
Ever since I went, I mean, I've seen them
I
around.
want to go weirdest. Give us time to think, and we can come back next time with our ideal
All right, fair
daily weekend
Yeah, okay.
and weirdest car.
I like this idea.
It's gonna take me a long time to figure that out.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna
I've-
need months.
I liked these cars beforehand, but when I went to Black Label and I finally saw one that was well done. Beetles, punch buggies.
Oh, that's a
yeah.
good one. I
So
like that.
There was like a baby sort of teal blue, like a flat pastel kind of weird looking thing.
Full coastal vibes.
Yeah, full coastal thing. The seats were done in like the rainbow sort of, the poncho looking
Yeah.
things. Interior was all hummus colored. And the wheels were like rusty, but the caps on the wheels were done the same perfect blue that the car was.
Yeah.
It's like where the car wasn't blue, it was like patinaed, and it was really, really cool. And then it was on airbags. The thing was just so cool. Yeah, I know. Like I'm not really a big fan of airbags too, but seeing this thing that was like cambered in, it wasn't stancy, but it was just bagged and cambered, and the roof was like fully cut to the point where you could get like just a cloth. It just looked like a piece of cloth that they just
slide thing.
do the slide thing, but that was all rainbow as well. It was and it had a thing on the back with a little suitcase on it, and the suitcase was all old and shit. Like it was a weird car, but it was cool. And I think I saw one driving around just on the highway, which is cruising, and it's so different to everything else on the road. Like you see a white Mercedes and a black Mercedes and, a BMW over there. And even my yellow FD, it's like every now and then it won't blend into traffic, but it still looks like a regular car. But that car there,
I do not agree.
well, yeah, like, my car still looks like a
Yellow
car.
FD, the shooting flame. Like I'm
It
just
does not blend in.
It's probably the most out there thing, but like just this is more out there than I think than the FD. It's just a weird thing to see on the road.
definitely starting to come up there with like uniqueness. Like
It
I
is.
remember when I was younger, like you'd see a Beetle here and there, but yeah, like, especially one done in that way. That's a really good
Yeah.
one. I really like that one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so different and out there. Like I'd never have a car with bags. I'd never have like a car that's disgustingly slow to the point, you can't even go 80 in them. Everything's mechanical, which I don't like cars with mechanical steering.
Oh yeah, style.
Yeah, I know that's the thing. Is just there's so many things that I wouldn't have about that car, but I would just own the shit out of it because it's just so fucking cool.
You know what I really liked? I think it was Mighty Car Mods. Did they put their new Mini stuff in an old Mini or Honda or something?
They put it, Honda K series, or is it B series in a old Mini Morris?
Can't
yeah.
fully remember, but
Very cool car.
I didn't particularly care too much about the engine or anything. Like people seem to really get around that. It was when they were like doing the nicer suspension. Like that's what I like modernize, like just the basics. Like I'm sure that car, if you rig up the AC to that Honda engine, like you can just bring an old looking car to a modern standard. I'm a sucker for that. Like I always wanted to do like the full S15 interior and the S13, but now it almost feels like sacrilege to do it. Like you're like no, you're not keeping it to its original, JDM style.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I think I would do the same thing, but like I guess taking thanks for that. I guess taking a sorry, for those of you who don't know, we've got this new kicking technique when it gets to an hour and a half. So yeah, that's great. But yeah, I just got a mad kick from under the table. So but so I like the FD. He's stroking my leg now. That's so odd. So yeah, the FD, I think putting a more reliable like Honda engine in that would be really cool, because then I would drive the shit out of it and I would daily drive it and it would be cool. I could just jump in it and do that. But the Mini thing's cool. I love little Morris Minis, and that was a very cool build.
Is it Morris Minor?
Morris Minor?
Yeah, the one with no doors and stuff.
Oh no, that's a
the
Moke.
Moke.
Mini Moke. That's
yeah.
yeah.
That's my weird car. That's my weird car.
I do dig that.
So sick.
I drove
So sketchy.
What do you think of Caterhams then? Because I like Caterhams too.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
So it's like a
Paint
race.
a picture with words.
It's like a race car sort of thing, but it's not like a Moke, but it's like a race car where it's like a 2-seater. It's a rear engine sort of thing, rear engine, rear wheel drive, 2-seater, but it's like a little tin can. But then the front wheels are
I think
exposed,
I know it,
but it's got little covers over the front wheels.
Yeah, I think I know it.
I feel like I
And
know
a big square roll cage across the back.
Yeah, I know it. You,
You know what I mean? Yeah. But Mokes are freaking cool.
Yeah, Mini Mate would be a vibe.
Yeah.
It is a Mini.
Yeah.
Like I pulled the engine out of one and we did some things to it, and then I put it back in, and the customer was coming to pick it up, and we were like at capacity at the shop, so we had this little car park across the road, and like the customer's like, yeah, I'll pick it up from the car park, and like it was in sight anyway, but I had to drive it out, and I'm like, I don't know where the indicators are on this thing, so I'm just doing this. Legit, like, it's so, like, I would love to, even if I could just have one over a weekend, I think I'd fall in love with it. The funniest thing to me is, like, imagine just dropping your phone.
See you later. Because you drop glasses and phones and everything so quickly in a car. Like you
Just
couldn't
like it
even
falls
like.
out of your pocket. Straight on the road.
Yeah.
It's like if you put a bag in the back seat,
And
will it
it's
still be there
the
when you
bag
get to
that
your
does-
destination?
When you have a like plastic bag in your back seat or something from shopping, and it's like it's around the back of the car. You don't have any of that. It just goes.
Yeah. You couldn't carry anything. It'd be the most.
It'd be
your
so
dogs-
cool, though.
Yeah, your
It'd
dogs
be so cool.
be mad.
You can
It'd be
get
so
like little
sick.
cages with like the leather top for them too. But yeah, I when I fixed that one up at work, I was like looking at them. They are expensive.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
so much
There was
money.
a guy selling 2 really apart ones for like $12,000, and I'm like, oh,
That's a
can I
good
make
price
that?
now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a mad price
Well,
now.
it is, and
Yeah.
and like it was then. Like a fully complete one was you were looking at closer to 40,000. Which is really funny because I heard they're older than us, much older than me.
Yeah,
I know
so
you guys think I'm a relic, but apparently they were like a joke.
Wait, so
It
they're
was
like 50 years old now. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, they're like
man.
30. They're in their no. Yeah, apparently they were like a cheap joke thing that people just cruised around the beach. It was meant to be like a piece of piss,
Yeah,
but now
Sarah's dad had his first car was a Mini Moke. He used to drive-
first car.
First-
That's so gangster.
It's mad. Yeah, yeah. He bought
You
it
know
for
way
something
too much
dumb,
about
but
your dad.
you know. Okay, this is a weird story. Did we say this on the podcast last time?
What is it?
Bernie knows about his girlfriend's dad.
No, that's Adam.
Adam, what was that
That's
again?
Adam knows something about.
it's gonna be taken out of
the
context
shower
now.
thing.
Yeah, the shower thing.
thing.
That's so weird.
Take it out of context.
Thank you
but
guys
whatever.
for listening. Adam.
Everyone's gonna be like on a clip. I have to remember the thing about Adam's shower dad thing. I don't know. It was weird, but anyway, that'll be on the next episode.
Episode 11.
Yeah. So if you guys want to support the
potty.
the potty, jump on to stickersocials.com. We have some stickers, which is pretty sick. Grab yours today. Also, if you want a little Instagram tag for your own little car, check out the rest of stickersocials.com
Cheers, Gob.
and you can do that.
And thanks for listening. Share us on Uber.
5 stars on Uber.
Oh, that's the one.
That's the one. That's the one.
That's weird, Bernie.
Now, do we do 2 group kisses? Because we missed one last time. I feel like we missed the previous one.
We did.
Bye.
Adam
Bye.
forgot to say it.
Cut. I'm going to turn your mic down. Nah, you don't. See you, everyone.